Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And welcome into game number 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. The Boston Celtics are looking to close it out as they are up 3-0 against the Indiana Pacers. This game's taking place at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. And the Celtics stealing games number 1 and number 3. The Pacers could have easily been up in this series 2-1 right now, but failed to close out the first and third game of this series. And Boston looking to see if they can do it in a clean sweep tonight. If you guys are new in the channel here, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, as the Celtics are looking for their 23rd Eastern Conference Championship tonight on their chase for Banner 18. As a franchise, if the Celtics win this series, they would win its second Eastern Conference Championship, win in a 3-year span. The other one was when they made it to the finals back in 2022, when they played against Golden State. But before I do get into this stream here, thoughts and prayers out to the family, friends of Bill Walton, basketball community suffering a major loss today. Hall of Famer Bill Walton passed away today. He was a 1977 NBA Finals MVP. He wrapped up his season with the Celtics back in the late 80s, and he won a championship with the Celtics back in 1986. Two-time NBA champ, won with the Portland Trail Blazers in 1977. Two-time NCAA champion for UCLA in 72 and 73. National Player of the Year 3 times during college. The two-time All-Star as well. And he was recently the color commentator for a lot of the games for the Conference of Champions for the Pac-12. So thoughts and prayers out to the family, friends, basketball community of Bill Walton. Just a major loss today. Came as a shock as he had been dealing with cancer and way too soon. Passed away today at the age of 71. But thanks all for joining in here today, and hopefully everything's going well. Happy holidays, everyone. If you're from the U.S., we actually have Memorial Day today, so big shout out to for today to honor those who fought and served for freedom today, as well as today was Memorial Day out in the USA. But what's good, everybody? We got Angel, Uncle Pizzle, Mr. Smiley, Pringle, Creed Jedi, Michael. Welcome to the stream here tonight, everybody. Daniel, Vegas, Sarita, Keith. Welcome aboard. Just getting caught up with the chat right now, and we possibly could get 2 sweeps out of these conference finals game, which is worst case scenario for the NBA, because if Boston wins tonight, they would go in with 10 full days of rest into the NBA finals, which does not start until Thursday, June 6th at 8:30 p.m. for the NBA finals. And then if Dallas wins tomorrow, they would have 9 full days of rest there. So that's just for the NBA. This is a complete nightmare scenario right now in terms of trying to make revenue, that they've got 2 games that in the series that could possibly end in sweeps, and it's all been coming down to 2 teams that's been able to close out the games, as we've had 5 out of the 6 conference finals games being decided by single-digit points. Celtics able to close out Game 1 as they won in overtime, and also won in Game 3. They were trailing by 18 points the last game and came back and won for the Celtics, and just so promising, because teams in the past for the Celtics in the years past, they would not be able to do that for Boston. But this year, just the hashtag different year, it is for real for the Boston Celtics, and able to come from behind victories in 2 out of their 3 games, and a commanding victory in game number 2. It's just been a different feel this year for the Celtics, how they've been playing a lot of championship level identity when in the last 2 minutes of the game that they've been able to find. There was a possibility that Porzingis would return for tonight's game, but that will not happen tonight. So Kristaps Porzingis, he is out once again tonight. Woj, earlier on in the series, Adrian Wojnarowski from ESPN, he hinted possibly that Porzingis could return for game number 4, but he's been held out tonight. He's the only player listed out for the Celtics. Luke Kornet, he's available tonight. He was going into tonight's game questionable, but he's available for Luke Kornet. Drew Holiday, also questionable, entering today's matchup, but he is available tonight inside the starting 5 for the Celtics. So same starters as the last game with Holiday, White, Brown, Tatum, and Horford. Indiana has 3 players listed out tonight. One that's been out of the playoffs with Benedict Mathurin. Tyrese Halliburton was upgraded to questionable in the pregame, but he will not be available tonight for Halliburton once again due to left hamstring soreness for him. Massive loss once again for Indiana. And then Jalen Smith has now been downgraded to out. He was a new addition to today's injury report, dealing with an illness as questionable. So they're losing quite a bit of depth right there with a rotation player in the front court with Jalen Smith, who is playing a couple minutes here or there in the playoffs, and already a little bit thin, stretched with their lineup right now, as they're going with Nembhard, Shepard, who gets the start, Nesmith, Siakam, and Turner as the starting 5 today. Jeff, welcome in. Greg, Mikey, welcome to the stream here, guys. Thanks for being a part here on the channel, showing up for this one. Right now is, I believe we're going to tip off in approximately 15 minutes or so from now. It's usually a later tip-off time that we have for these ESPN games. It doesn't usually tip off until I think 8:15 or 8:13 p.m. Eastern time. Right now it's 7:58 right now at the moment. So yeah, prayers out to Derek Lively II. He is questionable going into tomorrow's game. He took a shot to the back of the head from the knee of Karl-Anthony Towns yesterday, and had to leave the game. That was just a really, really rough hit. It looked like he was concussed. It was ruled a neck sprain for Derek Lively II in yesterday's game. Yeah, if the Celtics sweep, they're going to get a significant amount of rest, and looking to learn from their mistakes in the past tonight for Boston. And they're looking for their 23rd Eastern Conference Championship as a franchise for the Celtics. They come in today as a favorite by 7.5 points in the line, over under at 222.5 for today's game. And a really, really good game. Just a little bit of a rundown here. What happened in the last game for the Celtics. Looked like they were dead in the water, as they were trailing as many by 18 points. They came back and won 114-111 on Saturday night. And the Celtics team just looking entirely different from previous years, because any other season from the past, the Celtics would have just waved the white flag early when they're down by 18 points like that, and they would have lost. But this Celtics team, they got all the heart in the world, and just came back super physical. Their defense turned it up a big-time notch in the second half, and that's been the key for the Celtics, is that they're showing late stage of the game, final 2 minutes, championship identity basketball, led by Drew Holiday. Clutch plays down the stretch of the game. We'll get to that in just a sec here. I want to go down the rundown with the final 2 minutes, what happened. in the last game, like I did for game number 1 as well. Just championship level plays when it matters the most for the Celtics with under 2 minutes left to play. The Pacers got out to a great start. They led 69-57 at halftime. The Celtics were getting shredded inside the paint defensively. Boston gave up 68 paint points the entire game. They gave up over 40 in the first half for points in the paint to Indiana. Celtics could not figure it out defensively down inside the low post. But then in the second half, things tightened up a ton. It was a block fest in the second half. They had 4 straight possessions at one point that they had consecutive blocks in a row, 4 times in a row on the defensive side of the floor. And the Celtics able to make some severe adjustments defensively. They brought the physicality, locked down the Indiana offense, and they allowed Indiana to score 21 points in each of the final 2 quarters. So the Celtics outscored Indiana 57-42 in the second half to come from behind and win the game. And the Celtics, once they got into the fourth quarter, you could sense that they were going to win the game because Boston cut the Indiana lead down to 9, and Indiana was stuck offensively for their number 1 offense in the NBA. They were struggling, and the Celtics were just super elite defensively. We've seen stretches this year that the Celtics are just going off defensively like they did. I think they had a 17-0 start at one time. That was in game 2, where they got out to a 17-0 start in the second quarter for the Celtics. They have excellent stretches defensively, and they were doing that at the start of the third quarter for the Celtics. So you could sense the comeback once we hit the fourth quarter. Boston trailed by 8, 109-101 with 2.5 minutes left to go. And they closed out the game on a 13-2 run for the Celtics. So even though they were down by 8 with 2.5 minutes left, still able to win the game. And a lot of key plays in the end for them. Jason Tatum made a massive 3. He was awesome. Going to get to him in a little bit, coming off an incredible game for JT. Cut the lead to 3 with 1:30 left to go, 109-106. And then Tatum off an incredible baseline drive. He brought the entire defense with him, as they're showing it right now as I'm talking about it. The entire Indiana defense collapsed to guard Tatum as he brought like 3 defenders inside the paint with him. And then Tatum bounced pass behind his back, set up Horford for the open 3, knocked down the 3 at the left corner. A huge corner 3. Al Horford turned back the clock. He was incredible in the last game. That cut the lead to 2, 111-109, with 1:12 left to go. And then Drew Holiday, he just took over, just like how the Dallas Mavericks have Luka and Kyrie clutch. And in the end, they got just 2 guys that take over the final minutes, able to steal all 3 games in that series against the T-Wolves. Drew Holiday's that guy for the Celtics this year. The layup in the and one to take the lead, 112-111 with 38 seconds left to go. And then Drew Holiday stealing the game away as he was able to pickpocket, poke the ball away from Andrew Nembhard, come up with a game-winning steal with 5 seconds left, and won the game for the Celtics. Just championship elite identity level basketball in the final 2 minutes for Boston on display, just like how the Dallas Mavericks have done it with Luka and Kyrie in their first games of their series. Seagull, what's good? Welcome back in here, man. Thanks for joining in. Paul, glad to have you back in the stream here, bud. Yep, looks like the Celtics and the Mavs, I believe. So no team has won after trailing down to 0-3. The Celtics were looking to make history yesterday, or last year, doing that for Boston. As they were down to 0-3 against the Heat. They came all the way back, but Miami took Game 7 last year. So 0-154. The teams that's trailed 0-3 are in the series against teams that are up 3-0 in NBA playoff history. Seagull with a dono. Thanks so much, man, for the dono. Jeffrey, welcome to the streamer, bud. Yeah, I heard about that. Just shocking. And thoughts and prayers out to Bill Walton, his family. He closed out his career with the Celtics, won a championship in 1986 for Boston. It's so sad. Passed away today, and only 71 years old for him. I got to do a massive shout out right here. Who deserves all the credit for this Celtics season? Got to give it to Brad Stevens. I mean, he's just incredible moves, just super aggressive during the offseason, and it's really paid dividends for the Celtics here. Brad Stevens with these key trades in the offseason to build the right pieces around Tatum and Brown in the offseason. A lot of people for years now been just advocating just break up Tatum and Brown. No, you got to build right around them. That's what they did this offseason. Back on June 24, 2023, Kristaps Porzingis, he was traded from the Wizards to the Celtics on that day, and then Marcus Smart. That was a tough one to move on from Smart. Smart was traded to the Grizzlies, and then Tyus Jones was part of that three-team trade from Memphis to Washington. But the Celtics are going to need a healthy Porzingis in the finals, because what Dallas loves to do is they love to start off the lobs with Luka lobbing it over to Daniel Gafford, and also, if Derek Lively the second's healthy, that allows another second lob threat on the team. But that's one of their go-tos. They got so much team chemistry in that Dallas Mavericks squad that they are rolling right now with those two guys, a rookie with Lively, and then Gafford, who was picked up at the trade deadline. And those two guys just smash the rim constantly with alley-oop jams. And you're going to need Porzingis there to be just a 7'3" monster down low to see if he can reject some of those alley-oop lob opportunities and see if he can force them to not drive as much on him down inside the paint. So a healthy Porzingis, definitely need him for the NBA Finals. He is out tonight, by the way, for this game, but the big trade here, and it's really showing up in this conference finals, that was Jrue Holiday back on October the 1st, right before the start of the preseason. Jrue Holiday traded, as he was traded first. He got traded from Milwaukee to Portland, and then Portland traded Jrue Holiday to Boston. What happened is that immediately once Holiday got traded to the Blazers, Brad Stevens then just jumped on the ship immediately and then sent in a trade package for Jrue Holiday to acquire Holiday, and he shipped out Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams III, two injury-prone players. It was tough to lose those two guys, but they've been dealing with injuries, both of them. There was a lot of tension, too, with Malcolm Brogdon, that he was unhappy playing for the Celtics organization last year with his lone season with the team. So acquiring lockdown championship player Jrue Holiday, who won a chip with the Bucks back in 2021, and winning games right now in crunch time for the Celtics, just giving the Celtics some big wins, especially the last game, stealing the game away and icing the game for the Celtics to win on Saturday. John in the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, it's so sad. Only 71 years old, just unfortunate. And he had been the commentator for years for a lot of the ESPN games, specifically Thursday nights during the Pac-12 games for Bill Walton. Just so sad. Jason Tatum, sensational the last game, looking to continue it. I think it was his best in the playoffs that he has played. 36 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. 5 for 10 from three-point range, 12 for 23 from the floor for Tatum. And Jaylen Brown, he had a 40-point game in Game 2, 24 in the last game, 10 for 18 from the floor. He keeps on attacking, finding the gaps in the Pacers' defense. But Al Horford, oh man, he has been awesome, turning back the clock. He's going to turn 38 years old on June 3rd, so this might be his final game if the Celtics win tonight at the age of 37 for Al Horford. He had 23 points, making 7 threes. Nothing bigger than the corner three that got the Celtics winning 2 in the final minute 15 seconds left to go off the Jason Tatum bounce pass, driving baseline to the corner. 3 blocks as well for Horford. The Celtics with a plethora of blocks in the last game. And Jrue Holiday, a major steal to win the game, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and just an absolute trooper. He was playing the last game due to illness. He is playing once again due to illness, as he came into this game questionable, but he is out there tonight for Jrue Holiday. This dude just tough as nails for Jrue Holiday. And then Derek White, 4 blocks, which led the way, 13.7 assists, 0 turnovers. And he only shot the ball 3 for 11 from the floor, 2 for 8 from 3. If he gets going, this could potentially be game over in Game 4 in a sweep if Derek White's able to get going. They're going to need much more from the bench, though, for Boston. They only had 4 bench points, Pacers at 31. 23 of those points came from T.J. McConnell off the bench. He was the number 2 scorer behind Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard coming off a career-high 32 in Game 3 on Saturday. Pascal Siakam, he's been torching the Celtics defense in this entire series. He's been excellent throughout the entire playoffs. 22 for him. Miles Turner had 22. And here's the key number. 16 made threes for Boston. They're going to probably, when they hit 15 or 16, a good company happens when they hit those threes. 15 made threes in games number 1 and 2 of the series. 16 made threes in game 3. They're 7-0 in the playoffs when they've made 15 threes or greater. And their record in the regular season, they have made 15 threes or greater in 63 out of the 82 regular season games, which puts them with a record of 54-9 this year in the regular season when they've hit 15 threes or more. This year for the Celtics, number 1 in the NBA, averaging 16.5 threes per game. If they're on point once again, then they're going to be adding another W to their total in a sweep tonight. Going to get 10 days off, and they're hungry and they're looking for that because this is just looking like a different Celtics team, learning from the mistakes from the past that set them back, being forced into Game 6s and Game 7s throughout a lot of the playoffs in the past year. What's good, everybody? Hawkeye Nation, thanks for joining in. Alex in the stream. Mark Boyette, welcome back in. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win here? Celtics or Pacers? Going to tip off in around 3 minutes from now for this game here today. And we'll see what happens in this one here. Indiana down 0-3. No team in the history of the NBA has come back and won. The big difference maker, we got 2 difference makers that's determining out this series. Number 1 is turnovers. The inexperience is really struggling for Indiana in this series right now. 48 turnovers by Indiana, 31 by Boston. The Pacers, if they didn't have those turnovers, they could be up 2-1 right now, and the NBA will be making a bunch more for them instead of a possibly nightmare scenario that we could see 2 sweeps and 10 days off for the Celtics, 9 days off for the Mavs. But here's the issue for Indiana is the defense. Difficulty, and they haven't adjusted ever in this entire series. They have a ton of difficulty defending the pick and pop 3-point shot that the Celtics have. So they'll have one player set the screen, and then the other player, the ball handler, dribble around the screen, turn the corner, draw 2 defenders, and then whoever set the pick will pop out to the wing or the corner of the perimeter and then receive the pass and knock down the 3. They have struggled to adjust to the pick and pop 3-point shooting that the Celtics have going for them, and that's ultimately led to a lot of these threes being made by Al Horford. That's why we're seeing Horford make like 5, 6, 7 threes like he did in the last game with 7 total threes, because he's usually the one that sets the screener for Tatum, and then Tatum is usually driving towards his right, looking to turn the corner around the screen, and then Horford sets the screen, Tatum draws a double team, and then whoever was supposed to cover Horford decides to double Tatum. Tatum drives, kicks it out to the wing, and then whoever that defender is, too late to cover. And too late to cover, and it's over by now. I just realized that, actually, so I left it up from yesterday. Wow. So thanks for pointing it out here. Marco right now on the channel. Usually I don't have mistakes here in my graphic, but I do. I just realized that. It's 0-3 right now. I left it up here from yesterday. There we go, 3-0. This series has moved by so fast, that's why. So, yeah, I just got that. It's in very little fine print for me. So it is 3-0. So Boston's up 3-0, if you guys were just wondering here. My mistake right there. Christian, welcome in. I got the Celtics tonight to take this one and win in 4. So Boston's up 3-0. Yeah, I left the graphic up from yesterday, Minnesota and Dallas from yesterday's stream. Yeah, the finals have a certain set date, so that's been set in stone for a while, so that's why it's for Thursday, June 6th. So if the Celtics win, they'll have 10 full days of rest. Yeah, I heard it's probably going to be Alex Sarr probably as the top pick from what I've been hearing. A lot of guys that's like internationally are up there on like the top of the draft board this year. Here we go, about to start here in just a moment. Starting 5 looks like this for Boston. Same starting 5 as the last game. Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White, and Al Horford going up against the Pacers. Tonight with their starting 5, Ben Shepherd gets the start. Andrew Nembhard, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, and Aaron Nesmith. If you're just joining in, Tyrese Halliburton is out once again tonight due to the hamstring injury. And then they also have Jalen Smith, who is out tonight for this game as well. I don't know why in the world my timer does not want to work right now. I'm going to be back here in just a moment. I'm going to exit out and see if my timer goes on. So if you see it buffer, no worries. I think I'm just going to refresh the camera and see if... Alright, there we go. Got the timer back on. Yeah, for some reason, if it buffers, then I lose the time. But here we go. We have yet to tip it off. Thanks all for joining in, being a part for the stream for this one, as we are underway right now. Pacers and Celtics, game number 4 of the series. Boston up 3-0. The Celtics going left to right on the floor, controlling the opening tip. Tatum at the left wing, dribbles towards his right as he is guarded by Turner 101. Gamebridge Fieldhouse logo across the floor off to Horford. Bounce pass. Left corner, Jaylen Brown with a 3 bricked off the back rim, no good. Turner collects the defensive rebounds. Yeah, so when they started off, for some reason, timer, if there's ever like a buffer for some reason, it will go away, and then I try to pick up the timer and it didn't want to go, which is odd. Siakam has it at the left elbow. He's defended by Tatum here, 1-on-1. Siakam backs his way inside the key. Turner out over Tatum. Got it. That's good, and the Pacers on the board first. Mushroom Merchant, Jungle Pitbull, welcome to the stream, guys, being a part here tonight for this one. The first possession for the Celtics, they missed the corner 3. Brown in the second possession attacks inside the paint, gets stripped, gets fouled, and we'll see if this will be awarded 2 shots or not coming up at the line, as he was driving on Nembhard down the lane, and it will be inbound coming up. So not into a shooting motion. Celtics will get the inbound in the first minute. Yeah, Mr. Tops has been doing pretty well. Jake in the stream, welcome in. Tatum inbounds off the Brown. Brown outside finds Tatum. Bobbled it, gets it back now in the quarter play down the far side. Tatum guarded 1-on-1 by Turner. Step back 3 in the air. Tatum takes it, and he makes it. Nothing but butter. Splashes down the 3. 3-2 for the Celtics. Jason Tatum on point during the last game. Major, as he's coming off a big-time performance where he had 36 points. Best performance by far in the entire playoffs. It is good on a jumper for 2 for Indiana to go up 4-3 right now. Pacers able to make a shot with Nembhard. He was cooking career high 32 the last game for Nembhard in game 3. Brown at the top. Drives on Neesmith. Dribble drive inside the paint with a right hand. He scores up and in off the backboard. It's just been too easy this entire playoffs for Jaylen Brown. Wide open 3. Nembhard. No good. Rattled out. Offensive rebound. Siakam. Off the glass. No good. Great contest by Tatum. White scoops up the defensive rebound. They got numbers up the floor. 4-on-3. White lob underneath Tatum. Turnaround. Got it blocked by Neesmith out of bounds. Last touched off of White. Pretty even battle so far to begin. Good physicality by the Celtics on that last possession with a contest down low. Nembhard looking to carry the bulk of his team in this game without Halliburton today once again. Bounce past Shepherd, top of the key. Shepherd's had some good looks in this playoff series, but yet to connect as a rookie. Turner down off the roll down. No good. Missed off the glass. Horford collects the defensive rebound. Horford with possession up the floor. Shovels off to Holiday. Holiday thought about a step back, looking to pass it around the perimeter. He does into the hands to White. Across the floor off to Tatum. Tatum with a 3. Brown's got a 2. Tatum at the top, guarded by Shepherd. This is a mismatch here. He'll see if he can elect to take one. Tatum rises for the jumper. 18-footer straight away. Off the rim, no good. Rebound secured by Neesmith. So more of a forced-up jump shot there by Tatum, but that's the matchup he wants, as he was switched, guarded by Ben Shepherd, who he's had success on throughout this playoff. Nembhard, kick out to the corner. Neesmith with a 3, bricked off the back rim, and Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Ren Jeff on the stream, welcome in. Brown drives downhill, Euro step on Nembhard, blocked to the rim by Nembhard, out of bounds. Last touched off the Pacers. To say the Pacers playing strong defense so far to begin this game. A couple of missed opportunities by Boston early on, battling tough defensively. Inbound goes out to Holiday. 14 on the shot clock in the first 3 minutes plus of action. Holiday takes the 3, makes the 3 from downtown. Splash by Drew Holiday. Just pure stroke on that one over Ben Shepherd from the perimeter. Turner At the top, sends it over to the free throw circle, Siakam. Siakam jab step, backs his way on Tatum. Siakam bouncing bodies, jumper, mid-range over. Tatum connects on it. It's a tough shot right there. Hand in the face, stuck it down for 2. Celtics with the ball. Holiday, guarded by Nesmith this time at the top. Sends it off to the left wing. Horford lobs it over to Brown. Brown backs his way, low block. Moves it over to Horford around the perimeter. Gets it around across the floor. Derek White catching fire. 3. Nothing but net delivers. Derek White sends down the triple. You know, when Derek White's making his shots, it's going to be a good night for the Celtics, and that was right there. We'll see if they can continue it throughout the course of the night. Lob down low as Siakam got held up by Tatum. Tatum picks up the personal foul. Mike on the stream, welcome in. Rydog, welcome back in here, bud. Good start for the Celtics right now. Starting to nail down some shots. 3 for 4 from the perimeter. Turnaround jumper missed off the mark by Siakam. Hands up in the air complaining about the call. Couldn't get it by the referees. Holiday lays up a 3 and he hits another one. Bang, bang by Drew Holiday. Second made 3 of the night. 14-6 for Boston. Holiday 6 points perfect. 2 for 2 from 3. Nembhard jumper. 15-footer connects on it. A lot of offense so far to begin this game. Celtics with the ball. White crosses midcourt into the hands to Tatum. Good balance to begin by Boston. Pick and pop Horford at the top. Moves it outside to the left wing. White with a 3 off point. No good. A rebound secured by Nembhard. Out of the pack. Bounce past the trailer. Nesmith outside to the top. Turner going to try a 3 off the back rim. No good. Tipped up in the air to Tatum for the defensive rebound. Both of these teams pushing it up against one another on the floor. Brown drives, attacks downhill to the cup. Couldn't finish. And that was a good opportunity right there for Jaylen Brown, but unable to finish from point-blank range at the rim as he had to step off a blow-by past one defender. Shepard gets it blocked by White. Out of bounds, it will stay Pacers ball. Derek White had 4 blocks in the last game for him. Like, just super strong defensively. Great to see that he's got his stroke going on, because last game he struggled, just 2 for 8 from 3, and if he's able to make a bunch of shots today, it's a really good sign as well for Holiday. Both White and Holiday struggled offensively making their shots the last game. If they're going right now, then this is looking really, really good for the Celtics tonight. We're going to take the first timeout of the night right now. Pacers burn the first timeout of the game. 14-8, 6-point lead for the Celtics. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe as we go over to the first time out. 300 plus watching right now. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here, Celtics or Pacers. And Boston is hungry for their 23rd Eastern Conference Championship as a franchise, looking for 10 days off. If they win tonight, that's what they will be rewarded with, 10 full days of rest, and that should be most likely a healthy Porzingis, I would expect, back for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Would definitely need him going up against a Luka Lob type of team with 2 guys who are high-flying at the rim between Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively II. Drew Holiday, perfect from 3. 6 points for him so far, 2 for 2 from 3. 3 points by Derek White, 3 points by Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown's got 2. Excellent balance to begin this game. Al Horford leads the way with 2 assists. He was open as he popped off the screen, but elected to pass it over to White on the last 3 that they missed. So he has yet to attempt a shot so far by Horford, but leading the way for the top playmaker so far. And the Pacers led by only 2 players right now. Nembhard's got 4, Siakam's got 4, and nobody else yet to score currently for Indiana. Turner's missed both of his shots so far from the floor. Hey, thanks so much for joining in, Michael Jackson on the stream. Bradley, glad to have you back in, brother. Victor Sasano, welcome in. Yeah, so devastating news today. Prayers and sending my thoughts and condolences out to the family, friends, and basketball community for Bill Walton, age 71, passed away today. NBA Hall of Famer. Wrapped up his career with the Celtics in the late 80s, won a championship back in 1986 for Boston, won a championship in the late 70s with the Portland Trail Blazers. Just so sad. And he was a color commentator for years on ESPN, doing a bunch of Pac-12 games, coined the term the Conference of Champions for the Pac-12. So it's just so sad. Just too young, only 71 years old. Melody on the stream, welcome in. 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Celtics looking for number 4 today for this game here. And Gabriel, welcome in. Yeah, I didn't know either. It's so sad. Yeah, 2 big threes by Jrue Holiday, and that magic number for the Celtics is 15. They're 7-0 in the playoffs when they made 15 threes or greater. They are 54-9 when they've made 15 threes or greater in the entire regular season. Right now, they've already made 4. They are 4 for 6 from three-point range to begin this game. Just an excellent start all around by Boston. Pacers with an inbound. McConnell, first time on the floor. He gave Boston a lot of problems the last game. Turned in 23 points. Gets the first bucket. And the first 10 seconds that he is on the floor as he makes it off the mid-range shot. 14-10. Quick up the floor. And the Celtics score right back. Good for 2. Yeah, that was a great play out in transition. Derek White up to 5 points. Gets a quick bucket off the inbound. Outside. Nesmith laces up a 3. Got it. That's a laser to put the game-winning 3. Nobody out there to close out around the perimeter. Good ball movement by Indiana. Tatum drives on Nesmith. Backs his way mid-block. Tatum. 1-on-1 lobs it out to the top to Horford. Horford yet to attempt a shot so far. He had 23, making 7 threes in the last game. Huge. Could be his final game played tonight at age 37. Turns age 38 on June the 3rd. Tatum baseline dribble right to the cup. He scores up and in off the backboard. Good version on of Jason Tatum tonight so far. 5 points for him out of the gates. McConnell turns the corner, drives on Brown, gets past Brown, and he scores in the cup for 2. TJ right now keeping his team right in this game. Holiday sends it on top to Horford into the hands of Brown. Brown's guarded at the top of the key by McConnell. Brown driving on McConnell. McConnell picks up the reach and foul. Yeah, so Halliburton's out tonight and Porzingis is out. So Porzingis is not playing tonight either. 3 players listed out for the Pacers. They have Halliburton, who's out, Benedict Mathurin, and then Jalen Smith was a late scratch. So Porzingis is out tonight. So Porzingis is the only player listed out for Boston tonight. Inbound, Holiday. Luke Cornett's available. Holiday, turn around inside the key. It's good for 2 more. Jrue Holiday came into this game questionable, once again dealing with an illness, but available inside the starting 5, making a big impact. 8 points right now in this game for Jrue in the first quarter. McConnell drives past Sam Hauser. Missed the layup, though. Good contest at the last moment by Sam Hauser. Xavier Tillman, first time on the floor. Quarter 3, Sam Hauser. Off the back from no good. A rebound secured by Toppin. Sam Hauser, nothing in the last game that he scored. 0 points for him. Really struggling in the series. Nesmith missed from point-blank range. Tipped around. A rebound controlled by Holiday. Holiday up the floor off the Brown. Pushes. Straight line dribble. Kick out to the corner. Tatum stays in the court of play. He's defended by Nesmith here. Tatum 1-on-1. 12 in the shot clock. Rises for the jumper. At the corner. Off the rim. No good. Rebound secured by Jackson. That's a very difficult shot right there by Tatum as McConnell goes coast to coast and scores for 2. TJ is keeping his team in the game right now. Boston could only muster 4 bench points in the last game. Kind of shocking that Hauser gets playing time earlier than Pritchard right now on court time. At the left wing, Jaylen Brown lobs it down low. Holiday touch pass right wing. Hauser out to the corner. Up fake Tillman. Tillman draws a double team at the low block. Tillman puts up the shot blocked by Jackson. Tillman forces up one. Couldn't get it up and did not hit the cylinder. Cannot hit the rim. That'll be a shot clock violation. So big block right there by Isaiah Jackson as Tillman got denied by Jackson. 4:20 left to go in the first here. McConnell giving the Celtics issues so far. Over to Nesmith. Back into the hands of McConnell. Top of the key guarded by Brown. McConnell. Top of the free throw circle, torses right into the hands to Nesmith. 5 in the shot clock. Nesmith over Tillman. Step back 3 in the air. Off the back rim, no good. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Great box out there by Tatum, able to rip it away. Defended by Isaiah Jackson going up for the board. Brown to kick out to the corner. Hauser with a 3. Sam Hauser, money. He hits it. Finally. Sam Hauser buries a 3. It's been a long time since he has scored in this playoff series. fifth main three of the game. Celtics already a third of 15. Our Magic number 5 for 9 from the perimeter. Toppin at the top, up fake, almost lost the handle. Toppin drives downhill on Tillman, double clutch, no good. Tipped off the mark by Jackson. Offensive rebound, missed the slam dunk. Pinwheels around into the hands of McConnell. Outside off to Neesmith, and McConnell has it again. McConnell laces up the three. McConnell, no good, skidded off the rim. Toppin out of bounds with a basketball, tried to save it. It will be Celtics ball. A couple offensive rebounds there, but Boston able to come up with a basketball as Toppin was out of bounds with a great sight to see bench points with a three made by Hauser just a moment ago. 3:20 left to go in the first. Celtics with a possession. Holiday passes down low over to Hauser, cutting to the hoop, no good, missed off the glass. McConnell at the wing, fires the fastball off to McDermott, takes the three. Hauser out of position, and he makes him pay. It's good from three by McDermott. 23-20. Sam Hauser tried to gamble, go after the steal, and Joe Mazzulla now will burn a timeout. 3:02 left to go in the first. Kind of stunning right now that Sam Hauser is getting playing time before Peyton Pritchard during this stage of the game. Also, Xavier Tillman was in the rotation during the last couple minutes as well for him. So we head to the timeout right now. Drew Holiday, big start for Drew. 8 points, perfect. 3 for 3 from the floor in the first 9 minutes. 5 by Derek White with a block. Great sight to see for those two guys. They struggled in the last game in the low teens for their point numbers. 14 and 13 by Drew and White in the last game. Tonight already combining for 13 with 8 and 5 in the board. Tatum's got 5. Brown's only got 2 right now. Brown's had a couple misses at the rim so far, so struggling in this game. Great sight to see Hauser from 3, but he was just out of position defensively. Doug McDermott made the last 3 over him. 23-20 right now. And T.J. McConnell is giving the Celtics a lot of issues. McConnell coming off the bench, top scorer, 6 points for him. 3 for 5 from the floor. That's in a 4-minute clip. 4 points by Nembhard, 4 points by Siakam. Neesmith's breaking a bunch of shots. He's 1 for 4 shooting. 3 points only by Neesmith. And then McDermott's got 3 off the bench. Yeah, I liked how the Celtics started off defensively in this game. Last couple minutes, it's been tough since McConnell has been in. They defended well beginning like this game in like the first 4 or 5 minutes, but recently it hasn't looked so good right now for them. It's we've got quite a bit of block shots and offensive rebounds, so also not many points because a lot of it has to do with the clock keep on running. Yeah, Pacers are +4 in the glass and offensive rebounds right now, 5-1. There was one time that the Pacers had a solid minute with a basketball and they couldn't get anything for Indiana. They had 3 offensive rebounds in 1 possession alone, and they kept on resetting the shot clock to 14, but they couldn't get anything, and it ultimately resulted in Obi Toppin stepping on the bounds trying to save the ball. We got 400 plus watching right now. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here, ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. So Derek Lively is doubtful tomorrow night due to a neck sprain. Maxi Kleber, he might return for Dallas tomorrow. Gonna see what that update is. Seeing some news here. He is upgraded to questionable for Maxi Kleber for tomorrow, and Derek Lively is doubtful for tomorrow. Oh, here we go. Keith Smith on Twitter reporting about a half an hour ago, according to Woj. Woj said Game 4 was the earliest Kristaps Porzingis could have come back. Boston is expected to get him into 5-on-5 action before Game 1 of the finals, should they make it. So the hope is to have Porzingis ready for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. And also Keith Smith, via this tweets, put out that Woj also said that the Mavericks expect to have Maxi Kleber back for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So here we go. We're down to 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Left to right in the floor, Derek White on the court with it. Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and Sam Hauser. Lob by Tatum over the top to Horford. Puts it up and through. It is good for two. Nobody at the rim for the Pacers. There's Al Horford at a wide open cut backdoor. Scored on the lob over the top. Put it off the glass. Cashed it home. McDermott, guarded by Horford at the free throw circle. Lobs it too tall for Jackson, trying to chase it. Jackson tipped it back out to the wing. Somehow, someway, Indiana stays with the possession. Toppin with a three at the wing, and he buries it. It's only a 2-point game right now. The Celtics were able to hustle after that loose ball. That looked like it was for sure going to go out of bounds, but what a save by Isaiah Jackson. Celtics got caught napping. They should have forced that more to be a turnover for Jackson, but nobody defensively was trying to track down that loose ball. Tatum was the closest one inside the low post to him. Tatum drives baseline. Oh, what a move to the cup. Tatum up and it off the backboard. Scores with a left-hand layup. That was nasty. Excellent move off the pivot there by JT. He's got 7 in the opening quarter. McConnell at the right elbow. He's defended by Brown. Dribbles out to the right wing perimeter. McConnell slides it off to his left. Toppin with a 3 over Hauser. Off the back rim, no good. And it goes out of bounds. Good job by Hauser there as he was able to box out Toppin and McConnell, who were trying to track down that loose ball. And it went out of bounds off Indiana. Yeah, we see that last replay. Jackson with an incredible save. It was actually White and Horford who were the two inside the paint. I thought it was Tatum at first. It's actually White and Horford, the two that lets Jackson recover that loose ball. Ultimately led to that 3-point make open by Toppin. So instead of a 7-point game, it's a 4-point game right now. Tatum at the free throw circle, guarded by Nembhard. Tatum, a spin move over Nembhard. Floats with a shot, came up well short. It goes back to the Pacers with the basketball up the floor. Toppin guarded by Tatum. A handoff to Nembhard. Nembhard working on Pritchard. First time on the floor. Nembhard, no good. Great contest by Pritchard. Offensive rebound, Jackson to the corner. Siakam. That's now 6 offensive rebounds by the Pacers so far in this first quarter. They bring the double. Jackson's pass broke it up out of bounds. It got deflected by White. 5 in the shot clock. That's an active defensive play there by White. Carrie, thanks for joining in. I don't have 2K24. I have all the usually the retro version of games because I haven't went up past the PS2 for myself since I'm an adult. But I have all the retro games all the way back in the 2000s. The lob gets sent to Toppin over White off the inbound, scores up and it off the backboard. 27-25. That's worst case scenario, giving up an inbound bucket there for Boston. Tough cases. Toppin just had the clear-cut size advantage over White at the rim. Pritchard sends it off to White. White guarded by Nembhard. Outside Horford takes the 3 off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Toppin. Toppin with some plus minutes recently for the Pacers. Under 40 seconds left to go in the first. Nembhard guarded by Pritchard inside the key. Pritchard looking for another miss. He does. That's a good contest and out of bounds off of Indiana. Payton Pritchard. Great hustle so far by him. 2 contested shots that Nembhard has missed as a primary defender. Yeah, these offensive rebounds that the Pacers are killing the Celtics. That's the reason why the Pacers are in this game right now. Way too many second chance opportunities. 14-3 bench points right now in favor of the Pacers. 24-11 points in favor of the starters for the Celtics. 20 seconds left to go in the first. Pritchard yet to score, slides it off to Tatum at the left wing. Tatum guarded one-on-one by Doug McDermott. You're going to want to go after that advantage here. Fires the fastball off to Pritchard. Dribbles inside the key. And Pritchard, as he stumbles here. That was a shake and bake by Pritchard. Is he okay? I hope so, man. Good to see. Good to see. He slipped in the key. And that was non-contact. Oh! Oh, yeah, it was contact by the shoe. Isaiah Jackson's shoe just spiked up to the face of Pritchard. Oh, my gosh. Ooh. So Isaiah Jackson tried to block the shot from Pritchard. Pritchard at 6 feet tall, up and underneath Jackson. And Jackson, his heel kicked up and got Pritchard right in the eye. Yeah, we can see he's got a purple right eye right now for Pritchard. Oh, my goodness. Jeez. Yeah, you got to look at that. If you're the officials right now, we need to stop this game, and we got to look at this and go to the monitor currently. 4.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Payton Pritchard just gets Jackson completely to bite off the up fake, and then Jackson's shoe Just derails Pritchard in the front of the face. Yikes. And Pritchard, he's okay. He looks like he's fine. It's just he's gonna feel that one in the morning with a purple eye. Jeesh. Yeah, he took one. Yeah, that right eye squinting when he got hit in the shoe by Jackson. Ouch. Holy smokes. Jeez. Yeah, this should be looked at right now at the monitor with these refs. I can't believe they haven't put on the official review graphic. They're not going to look at that. Wow. Yeah, Joe Mazzulla is next to the official looking to have that being looked at right now. I cannot believe that they didn't go to the monitor to look at that, at least. He's just shooting 2 free throws right off the bat. So a couple brief seconds to recover, and now shooting 2 free throws. This dude just tough as nails. Makes the first one by Pritchard. Pritchard with 2 key contested shots, forcing misses by Nembhard. Yeah, he's bleeding actually from his bottom right part of the lip. Pritchard makes the second free throw. Absolute hustler for this dude. Awesome. Up the floor, Celtics pick up the reach and foul. 2.6 seconds left to go in the first as just a head full of speed downhill to the rim was McConnell. Horford was the one who picked up the reach and foul. John in the stream, welcome in here, bud. Indiana, 2.6 seconds left to go. They'll get the inbound coming up, and TJ McConnell is giving the Celtics a lot of problems right now. Isaiah Jackson will take a seat on the bench. McConnell, the inbound passer. McConnell off to McDermott, over to McConnell, slicing the feathers. Got the runner at the buzzer as he does a double rated to the camera crew, and he got it for 2. TJ McConnell keeping his game-winning reach for Indiana. 29-27 at the end of the first quarter. A beautifully executed drawn-up play here by the Pacers. McConnell found McDermott at the wing. Nobody there was able to cover McConnell, and then White was late on the contest as he split Tatum and Pritchard downhill with a wide-open runner inside the key. Nothing but net. Got it. At the end of the first quarter, it's a 2-point game, 29-27. Right there, that's not what you can afford to do if you're the Celtics. You just gave Indiana signs of hope in this game, and if I'm Rick Carlisle, I'm playing TJ McConnell as much as possible. There's no need to set him for stretches of this game. Period. He needs to be playing as much as possible. That's on the head coach if they lose this game. There's no reason why he should be playing half of a quarter, only receiving 6 out of the 12 minutes. His minutes should be going up to around 35 to 40 of game time instead of playing around like 20, 25 minutes approximately for him. Yeah, I saw the bracket reveal. So they're out in Kentucky's region. They play Illinois in Kentucky's region. So yeah, a lot of the teams they put like in the same regional against one another. Teams like close by, usually. Robert on the stream, Nina, thanks for joining in. If you guys are new to the channel, we got 400 plus watching right now. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. I plan on being back tomorrow night covering Game 4 between the Mavs and the T-Wolves tomorrow night. Good balance by the starters for the Celtics. They need bench points, though. They couldn't get that in the last game, and right now they're being outnumbered on the bench. The Pacers lead bench points 16-5 at this moment. 8 points by Drew Holiday. Great start for him so far. 7 by Tatum. Tatum able to find his shot to begin this game. 5 by White. Jaylen Brown, though, yet to be able to really make a strong impact so far for him. He's been attacking the paint, but a couple of times struggling to finish at the rim. Just 1 for 4 from the floor for Brown. And Horford's got 2. Horford's only attempted 2 shots so far. Leads the way with 3 assists. Off the bench, that 3 by Hauser is huge. He made 3 from the bench, and then 2 by Pritchard. And Pritchard's only got 2 minutes so far. Kind of shocking that he hasn't played more minutes. And Instead, Tillman and Hauser has received more minutes in the first quarter than Pritchard. Hauser played 6 minutes and Tillman played 3. And Hauser played just 13 the entire game during the last one. Brock, welcome back in. Andre, thanks for joining. And then we got Rusty in the channel. Welcome back in here. Jimmy, glad to have you in the stream. Yes, I'm a Celtics fan, all Boston sports fan, entire 28 years of my life. Pacers led by TJ McConnell. Off the bench, he's poured in 8. And Celtics having some difficulty trying to stop him. It's been just... He's just like one of those guys that just can cause you issues. Like the type of style that he plays, just dribbling circles all over you. For TJ McConnell doing that once again tonight. 5 by Top and off the bench. Just way too many bench points surrendered by Boston. 4 by Nembhard, 4 by Siakam. Neesmith's only got 3. And Turner and Shepard's yet to score. Jesus, thanks for joining in here, bud. Indiana with a key on the glass, 16-9 in rebounds in favor of Indiana. These offensive rebounds that the Pacers have got, which includes 6 of them, are just been the Celtics' nightmare so far in that first quarter. Back to action. Celtics going to be better on the glass for remaining part of this game. Turner's guarded by Horford. Hands it off to Siakam. Siakam with 4 points so far. Guarded the baseline by Horford. Jumper. Baseline. Got it. That's a tough look right there. And able to knock it down for 2 off the step back by Pascal Siakam. Tie game at 29. Celtics with a possession. 5 on the floor to begin the second quarter. Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Al Horford, and Peyton Pritchard. Tatum's currently on the bench. Holiday fires a fastball right corner. Open 3. Horford, and he nails it. Al Horford knocks down the triple. 32-29. First made a bucket of the game by Big Al Horford. McConnell circles around. Outside goes to Shepard. It's Shepard, McConnell, Turner, Siakam, and McDermott. The 5 on the floor beginning the second quarter for the Pacers. Siakam, guarded by Brown, backs his way inside the key. Siakam turns the corner. No good. Missed off the rim. Short got fouled, though, and this will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Siakam. That's on Jaylen Brown. So Jaylen Brown picks up the personal foul, his first personal foul tonight. I thought Siakam would have had the angle there off the pivots. It looks like Jaylen Brown was trying to lean towards the screen for him, and that's a no-no. That's something you cannot do, is you cannot anticipate and lean towards a screen. And he was leaning away from the baseline. I thought Siakam, if he had a pivot, to take him baseline and get an easy 2 out of that, and possibly an and 1, but couldn't. So Siakam here will shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one is good. Anastasia, welcome in. Yes, I think the Celtics have a chance to close it out tonight. And after how Pritchard got kicked, I think that's a major asking right there for Boston. That just like the Heat series where Tatum stumbled trying to take a 3 over Bam, where players were getting knocked down. Right now you gotta respond back and be able to close this out tonight in 4. Ball got poked loose. Horford collected the steal as Miles Turner got pickpocketed to the basketball. Holiday entry pass, it now low off the rim as Jaylen Brown double clutch gets fouled. That was not the prettiest of possessions there for the Celtics as Drew Holiday tried to go in for an entry pass with a lob to Horford lob to Brown at the rim, and actually hit the rim. But Brown was in the right spot, right place, came up with an offensive rebound and got fouled. So 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Jaylen Brown, as it was personal foul picked up from behind. First one, no good, missed off the rim, short by Brown. And now McConnell will take a seat on the bench for Indiana. And if you're the Celtics right now, he has played 7 minutes in this game out of the 14 total, almost. You got to take advantage of this if you're the Celtics, with TJ McConnell, the top scorer for Indiana, currently on the bench right now at the moment. Jaylen Brown, second free throw, no good. Missed them both off the back rim. You can't be reverting back to this right now as he went empty at the free throw line. Tough game out of Jaylen Brown so far. 0 for 2 at the free throw line, 1 for 6 from the floor. Siakam got his shot blocked. Kick out to the corner. Nembhard with a 3. Got it. And it's the Pacers with a lead, 33-32. This is a good opportunity for the Celtics to see if they can start to bury some shots, take the lead right back as McConnell's on the bench, and they do exactly that. Peyton Pritchard knocks down the triple. 2-point advantage for the Celtics here. Nembhard drives inside the paint. Dump off, got deflected, and intercepted by Brown. Here goes the Celtics up the floor. Jaylen Brown, kick out to the corner. Pritchard, a hot hand, takes the three around the rim and out, no good. Great look from the perimeter by Pritchard. Couldn't send it down that time, though. Like what he's shown so far, though, on the floor for Peyton Pritchard. 5 bench points in 4 minutes by him. Top of the key three. It's good at a laser beam. Drilling it down, having the playoffs of his life recently. That is another big-time shot by Andrew Nembhard. 36-35. 9:38 left to go in the second as we will take the timeout on the floor. Joe Mazzulla is going to burn one. Andrew Nembhard having a big series recently, and they've been able to hang in these games because of Nembhard. Right now he's got 10. First player to double figures out of anybody in today's game. 4 for 7 from the floor, 2 for 3 from the perimeter at the moment. I believe it's statted by Derek White with a block. So yeah, White's got the lone block so far for Boston in this game. 2 blocks by the Pacers, both coming from bench players here. McDermott and Jackson both with a block earlier on. James, welcome in here, bud. I got the Celtics tonight to win in the sweep. We got 500 plus watching now. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight, Celtics or Pacers. Type it in. And this is a really good battle right now. Giving props to Indiana without Tyrese Halliburton. And no Benedict Mathurin, no Jalen Smith either. And they're up by 1 in the back and forth game. Celtics were up early. They led 14-8 at one point. Celtics' largest lead was by 8. Their largest lead. Pacers, their largest lead's been by 2. Pacers with a difference maker's been on the glass so far. 19-11 rebounds in favor of Indiana. 6-2 in the offensive glass. And both of these teams shooting very similar to one another. 47% even from the floor. And just Boston tonight having a lot of issues boxing out in this game. Last game was points in the paint in the first half. This time in the first half is boxing out, coming up with defensive rebounds and also offensive rebounds, particularly early on in the first quarter for them. Celtics with just 1 turnover, Pacers with 3. That's been the Achilles heel this entire series for the Pacers, is that they have now 51 total turnovers. Celtics with just 32 total turnovers in this entire series. So the Pacers have 19 more turnovers than the Celtics in this entire series to date. J.S. Freeman, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, McDermott's getting minutes tonight. So the Pacers have played 9 guys in the rotation so far. McDermott's got 3 points. He's played 8 minutes, the top player in bench minutes so far for him. 7 minutes each between Toppin, Jackson, and McConnell. And the McConnell's looked really good right now. He's got 8 points in 7 minutes for him. Celtics just having a lot of issues trying to stop him. For Boston, they got to get their bench going. That was a major issue the last game. And tonight, the Pacers lead bench points at the moment 16-8. So the Pacers are doubling up Celtics in bench points. Luckily for the Celtics, they got balance winning the starting 5, but Jaylen Brown's been really off his game tonight. Jaylen Brown only 2 points and 1 for 6 shooting. He also missed 2 shots at the free throw line. So tough start for him tonight. Asia, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. We got Relly in the channel. Welcome on board. Looking for the sweep here, Holiday. And he's got off to a good start by Drew right now. So top score for the Celtics. Perfect 3 for 3 from the floor. And this dude just a absolute trooper. Playing with an illness once again tonight for Drew Holiday. And just incredible start for him. So back to action, left to right on the floor. Celtics with the basketball. Derek White on the court with Peyton Pritchard, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Al Horford. So right now, Holiday is on the bench, same as they have Holiday on the bench here. Carly White, tough shot, and he rattled it in. Wow. Derek White in a high arcing J at the free throw circle, contested, and he buries it. They get a good version tonight on the Derek White. He is up to 7. Now Carly 3 for 5 on the floor. Nembhard runner over White. He scores for 2 more. Nembhard with 12, the top scorer of the game. 9 minutes left to go before halftime. White, guarded by Siakam at the left wing, sends it on top. Tatum, entry pass off to Brown. Brown covered by Nembhard, brings along the double. Kick out to the corner. White launches a three off the back rim, no good. The rebound controlled by Siakam. Siakam, head full of steam here up the floor. Euro step attacks inside the key. Drops it up and through. They will not count the bucket, though. Or will they? Referees was pointing in the direction for a moment. In Boston's direction. Actually, no. One referee ruled it offensive. The other referee said it's good, and they're going to roll it good now. So they will roll it an and one as Al Horford at the rim picks up the... So Horford or White who came in. It's going to be charged to Horford. So Horford picks up the shooting foul, and the referees say it's good. So it's an and one. Good by Siakam in transition on the layup and one. As he will shoot the free throw, came off the rim, short, tipped up in the air to White for the defensive rebounds. Yeah, one referee pointed in the Celtics' direction. The other one down the near side ruled it shooting foul. Tatum at the left wing, guarded by Turner 1-on-1. Tatum thinking about a step back, instead drives to the free throw circle. Tatum floats about shot with a left hand. Houdini. Jason Tatum drops it into the bucket. Good for two. 1 point game. How in the world did he do that? Siakam off the pivot. Siakam, kiss off the glass, scores over White, up and off the backboard. Gonna need so much more help down low. It's just too much in a size advantage. 6'11". Pascal Siakam, guarded by 6'6". Derek White. At the right wing, Tatum. Tatum's guarded by Siakam around the perimeter. Xavier Tillman right now is on the floor replacing Horford. So they're going small ball at the moment. Tillman's around 6'8". Tatum, straightaway three. Off the back rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Offensive rebound by Pritchard. At the baseline to continue the possession for the Celtics. Left baseline dribble, Pritchard. Underneath the hoop, brings along the double team. Bounce past Tillman. Blocked from behind by Nembhard. Tillman outside of Brown. One on the shot clock. Brown hoists up a prayer. Off the rim, no good. Tipped up in the air. Another offensive rebound by the smallest guy on the floor, Peyton Pritchard. And a loose ball foul from behind, charge to McDermott. Peyton Pritchard, straight up hustler right now. 2 offensive rebounds in a row by the smallest guy in the court. Gotta love that. Celtics will get the inbound, a new 14 on the shot clock, trailing by 3. Darrell, thanks for joining in here, bud. Glad to have you in the stream here from Texas. Dr. Leopard Gecko, welcome back in the stream. Siakam, 11 points and 5 rebounds. Celtics looking for a double-digit score right now in this game. As the inbound goes to White. White has it at the edge of the midcourt logo. Tatum's got 9 at the moment. Tatum looking to be the first double-digit score tonight. Tatum dribbles, drives on Shepherd, looking for the mismatch. Tatum leaner over Shepherd. Got it to go and one. Coming up at the free throw line for Tatum. Jason Tatum, first one to double figures tonight for Boston with 11. Looking at that mismatch there and taking advantage of it as he was guarding in the 1-on-1, attacking Ben Shepherd inside the key. One shot by Tatum right down the middle. We are tied 42 even right now. What a game between these two teams. 7:20 left to go before halftime. Tatum's up to 12, 50% shooting, 5 for 10, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Top of the key, Nembhard. Bounce pass, low post, Turner. Turnaround off the back rim, no good. He's had a tough game tonight. The Celtics pick up a late foul, though, off the rebounds. And that's charged to Tatum. Tatum's unhappy about that call. Turner, by the way, with nothing so far for him. So Miles Turner, 0 points, will shoot 2 at the free throw line. 0 for 2 shooting for Miles Turner, playing 10 minutes. First free throw is good. So Turner finally gets on the scoreboard with his first point with 7:11 left to go before half. Roger, welcome in here, man, from the Philippines. Joe Marie, thanks for joining in from the Philippines. A lot of great supporters out here on the channel from the Philippines. Both of the free throws are good by Turner. 2-point game. Tatum just picked up his second personal foul, by the way. So Tatum in a little bit of foul trouble right now. The only player for the Celtics at the moment with 2 personal fouls. Only player in the game currently. Tatum moves it over to White. Tatum still on the floor. White drives, attacks. Oh, it's too easy with the right hand. Finger roll, scores with an open layup. 44 even, under 7 minutes left to go in the second. Siakam off the glass, no good, misfired. Great defense down low as he was crowded by Hauser, White, and Tatum at the rim. Tatum came up with a rebound. Tatum guarded by Neesmith. Edge in the midcourt logo here. Calls for the pick to be set by Tillman. Bounce pass off the roll down. Tillman bobbles it. Tillman lost it. Tillman turns it over. Here they go up the floor. Pacers in transition. Ben Shepherd guarded by Hauser. Shovels over to Turner. Turner over Hauser with a three. Off the rim, no good. Tipped off the rim by Tatum. Now it almost went in for a wrong way bucket. Luckily, Jaylen Brown able to pick up the defensive rebound. Burst of speed. Takes it coast to coast to the finish line. Jaylen Brown attacks the rack and he scores with a right-hand layup. C2C coast to coast by JB. And the timeout taken in the floor by Indiana. 46-44. That was almost a near disaster by Boston. Jason Tatum was going up for the rebound. He tapped it off the Pacers hoop. It skidded off the rim. It almost went into the net for two for Indiana for a wrong way bucket. But then the ball skidded off the rim, got sent directly from Tatum, tapped over to Brown. And then Jaylen Brown just took it straight line to the rim as the Pacers, 2 straight possessions in a row defensively. They have failed to get back in transition. Nobody there down inside the paint to get back, jogging back in transition, walking back in transition. Nobody to get their feet set in a defensive stance, getting low, back in a defensive position properly. And the Celtics just taking advantage of that right now. 46-44, 6:12 left to go before halftime as we take a timeout on the floor as Rick Carlisle burns one. Bryson, thanks for joining in there, man. Glad to have you back on the stream. Willie Lala, welcome to the channel here. Glad to have you in the channel here. First timer, welcome on board. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA games for streams, also college hoops. I'm a Celtics fan. I'm a big Boston sports fan myself. Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, but I cover the entire NBA. I'll be back tomorrow night covering the Mavs for the Mavs game against the T-Wolves. That'll be game 4 for their series tomorrow. And possibly we could see 2 sweeps. If the Celtics win today, they would have 10 days of rest for full days until the NBA Finals. NBA Finals don't start until Thursday, June 6th. So that is game number 1 in the NBA Finals is Thursday, June 6th. Hey, thanks so much, Nina. Really appreciate it here for being a part of the stream. Caballo, welcome in. Saying goodbye, Pacers here for Caballo. Area 51, welcome on board. It's been a great game tonight, right now. Yeah, we get a lot of Lakers fans actually here in the streams. I remember a couple years ago when I covered the Lakers in the finals against the Heat. There were so many people that tuned on for those streams from 4 years ago. Yeah, I'm hoping the Patriots play at least competitive football this year. It's going to be completely a different team for them. So I'm not expecting much. I'm going in with probably like an open mindset to them this season, kind of similar to like the Red Sox. The Red Sox are around like 500. I don't follow that much baseball, but let's see. They lost today. That was a tough one for them. They're 27-27 right now for the Red Sox. It's better than I expected. Honestly, I thought they'd be like 7 to 10 games below 500 at this point of the season in late May. Yeah, 2020 finals 4 years ago. It's crazy. That was crazy how time just flew by. It was so fast between the 2020 finals and the 2021 finals because those finals wrapped up in October, and then there was like a shortened season in 2021 that they had the finals once again in July of 2021, and then they finally got back on track in 2022 and had a regular start time for a season. Back to action here as the Pacers have possession, trailing by 2, approaching the midway portion of the second quarter. Aaron Neesmith drives to the low block, lost the handle of it, got deflected out of bounds. There was touched by Tillman, so he deflected a dribble off of Neesmith, and it will stay Pacers ball. Nembhard right now is on the bench. They've had 2 guys that's really been able to burn the Celtics defense so far. That would be the 2 guards with Nembhard and McConnell. Inbound goes to Jackson. 5 on the floor look like this. Jackson, Neesmith, Toppin, McConnell, and Ben Shepherd. That's a drive inside the key for the Pacers as they score for the buckets. That's Isaiah Jackson with a floater. Tie game. The Celtics pick up a turnover. Jaylen Brown travels with it up the floor. Haven't seen too many turnovers in this playoffs by Boston. They had 18 fewer turnovers entering this series tonight for the Celtics against the Pacers, and now that's their third of the game. Pacers got 4 turnovers. So Jaylen Brown, uncharacteristic traveling violation, only the third of the first half. McConnell, left baseline, dribble on Tillman, swings it inside the key, broken up, deflected, intercepted. Tatum gets the steal, up on a run out ahead of the pack. Jaylen Brown throws it down behind the defense with a right-handed flush. 48-46, nobody sprinting back in defense once again for the Pacers, so the Celtics capitalized with 2 points off the Indiana turnover. Behind the head, Toppin flung up the shot. Referees will not count it as it was after the whistle. Andrew, welcome back in here, bud. Thanks for joining back in here, man. Mike, welcome on the stream once again. Really good game here. We've been back and forth this entire game. Wow, yeah, Boston Braves, that's a throwback. Yeah, my girlfriend, who I had in the stream during the last Celtics stream on Saturday, she graduated from Boston University, Nickerson Field. Right across the street is Braves Field away at the campus of Boston University. That's where they used to play baseball back in the day. They used to have 2 baseball teams all the way, I believe, until the 50s. The Boston Red Sox, still to this day, but also the Boston Braves, who used to play at Boston University like a long time ago, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, around that time, in retro MLB. Jaylen Brown attacking downhill, having a rough game tonight, called an offensive foul as he runs over a Pacers defender. It's a turnover committed by Brown once again. Aaron Nesmith inside the key takes the charge as Brown ran right over Nesmith. Tough call right there. Ooh, really, really tough call. Wow, that's close. Aaron Nesmith sliding his feet just in the nick of time, just a split second, able to set his feet before Jaylen Brown drove right on him. If Jaylen Brown had a step ahead, that would have been called a blocking foul there. Would have been a shooting foul. That would have been 2 free throws to the line. Able to just get his set in just the nick of time. Tatum and Brown both have 2 personal fouls right now. Brown struggling, just 6 points currently, shooting 3 for 9 from the floor. Nesmith sends it on top over to Nembhard. Nembhard passes over to the left wing, a wide open 3. Ben Shepherd delivers one. 25-foot J. The Pacers take the 1-point advantage. Under 4.5 left to go before halftime. Celtics with a possession here in a back and forth battle. Derek White, guarded by Ben Shepherd at the left wing perimeter. Moves it out to his right to Horford. Horford, guarded by Turner, outside White. Moves it inside. Tatum, jumper, fall away. Tough shot, no good, off the back rim. Offensive rebound directly back to Tatum. Couldn't handle it properly, though. Who's going to get called on this, though? It's a loose ball foul. Charge to Indiana. So Tatum had it, and then Turner reached in and picked up the loose ball foul. And lucky for Boston that nobody hustled for that loose ball for Indiana initially off the offensive rebound, and it came directly back to Tatum at the elbow. So this will be an inbound for the Celtics. Tatum inbounds it off to Brown. Both have 2 personal fouls. Got to be careful right now. Both teams are in the bonus. Next personal foul sends either of these teams to the free throw line. Jaylen Brown with his left hand. That doesn't match too well. Almost lost the handle. Luckily did not result in a turnover there. Brown, jumper, no good, off the back rim, looking for the foul call. Couldn't get it. And his woes continue. Just 30% shooting in his first half. Quarter 3, Ben Shepherd came up short. White collects the board. 3:40 left to go. Derek White at the right wing. Pacers stepping up their defense right now in this game. Holiday looking to crack the code. Lobs it over to Brown. Backs his way. Brings along a double team. Outside Holiday. Touch pass White. Around the perimeter. Tatum dribbles. Drives. Gets past Nembhard. Right to the cup. He scores. Up and it off the backboard. It's good for 2 for Jason Tatum. Blow by speed. Celtics take the lead by 1. As Tatum was able to just burn Nembhard directly off the dribble, off the baseline drive. Siakam bouncing bodies, working on Holiday here inside the free throw circle. Siakam got it a drop. Are they going to count it on the and 1 or no? And the referees will not. Drew Holiday picks up the foul, reaching in before the shot by Siakam. So we are down to 3:17 left in the second quarter. And what a game we got here. Tatiana, thanks for joining in. Glad to have you in the stream. 50-49. So it's called a reach and fall by Holiday before Siakam went into the shooting motion. So this will be 2 free throws in the bonus now for Siakam. We got 600 plus watching right now. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And we are tied up 50-50. First free throw is good by Siakam. Jason Tatum, 14 points leading the way, 9 points by Derek White, 8 points by Jrue Holiday. Only 6, though, by Jaylen Brown. Brown's missed 7 shots from the floor. Tyrese Halliburton out tonight for this game. Same as Jalen Smith and Benedict Mathurin for Indiana. One player listed out for the Celtics. That would be Kristaps Porzingis. Second free throw is good. 51-50 as the Pacers take the 1-point advantage. Derek White on the floor. Jrue Holiday, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. Horford tonight hasn't attempted many shots at all. Tatum blow by right to the rack, and he soars up, throws it down with a two-handed flush. Jason Tatum finding the gaps in the defense tonight. 16 now by JT. Nembhard backs his way into White. Nembhard gets underneath White. Nembhard no good. Miss from point-blank range. Uncontested at the rim. Couldn't put it in. And the rebound gets controlled by Boston. Brown at the right corner. Brown looking to up his game. Launches the three. Brown right down the chute. Delivers. Bang, bang. Jaylen Brown with a big-time triple. Timeout on the floor by Indiana. 55-51. Jaylen Brown finally able to get a shot on points. Been really struggling tonight, just 4 for 11 from the floor, but that's a big, big momentum builder. Andrew Nembhard missing at the rim. It was a nice move getting Derek White to bite off the up fake, and the up and under just could not finish with the right hand, missing the layup off the pivot. And then Jaylen Brown on the opposite side buries the three. That's a difference between a 1-point lead for Indiana and a 4-point lead for the Celtics as we take the timeout. What a battle right now. Jason Tatum, just loving what he's doing tonight. He's playing downhill in this game. 7 for 13 from the floor, 16 points in 19 minutes, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Tatum. Top plus on the floor, being a +7 right now for the Celtics. On full attack mode, and this is a good version of Jason Tatum that we're getting tonight. 9 points by Jaylen Brown. Huge three just a moment ago. First three of the game. 9 points by Derek White. 8 points by Jrue Holiday. 5 by Horford. Horford's only attempted 3 shots. 1 for 2 from the perimeter by Horford, coming off the 7 3-point make game that he had on Saturday. Pritchard's got 5 off the bench. 3 by Hauser. I would like a lot more off the bench. 2 guys in double figures for Indiana. 13 by Siakam right now. Siakam's looks solid. 5 for 8 from the floor. He's been great throughout the playoffs. 12 points by Nembhard. 5 assists for him, having the playoffs of his life recently for Nembhard. Tough miss that he had just a moment ago. So back from the timeout. 4-point game here. 2.5 left to go before halftime. And once we get into halftime, we will have a Mr. Tops halftime showing for my tortoise once again at halftime. So stay tuned for the Mr. Tops reveal. During halftime, Siakam dribbled off his foot. It's a turnover. Celtics with a steal. Brown bursts the speed up the floor, attacks on Shepherd, and gets fouled. Jaylen Brown's going to shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. I'm about an hour south for Boston. So, like Boston Vicinity, I think the Boston Vicinity is just shy of where I am currently, because it goes all the way down to like, I think it's like Attleboro and Bridgewater, which is the cutoff for the Boston vicinity. I'm just, I'm a couple miles south of Attleboro, where I'm from, so I'm closer by. I guess they call it the Providence vicinity. They call it South Coast for Mass, where I come from, which is like totally different from the Boston area. My girlfriend, who was on the stream on Saturday for the last game, she's very close to Boston. She's like in the neighboring city above the Charles River. Both of the free throws are at the free throw line here. They split the free throws actually by Jaylen Brown. So Jaylen's missed 3 free throws tonight, just 1 for 4 at the free throw line for him. 56-51 right now. That needs to start to improve. Nesmith missed the 3 as it was guarded by Brown. A rebound ripped away by Holiday. Holiday sprints up the floor right now. Holiday sends it off to Tatum. Tatum with 16, playing downhill this entire game. 2 minutes before halftime. Tatum guarded by Shepherd, one-on-one. The mismatch he wants. Tatum drives on Shepherd. Had the ball poked loose. Stolen away though. Shepherd poked it loose. Siakam collects the steal. Siakam kick to the corner. Nembhard lost the handle. Nembhard tracks it down. Outside off the Shepherd will slow it down. Nembhard, spin move on Brown. Nembhard, kiss off the glass, scores. We got a 3-point game. 56-53. Andrew Nembhard having a playoff series of his life right now recently. 14.60% shooting, 5 assists in the final minute 20 left to go before halftime in this game 4. Tatum at the top. Tatum guarded 1-on-1 by Toppin. Step back 3 in the air over Toppin. Bricked off the back of offensive rebound collected by White. Holiday, step back 3 in the air over Nembhard. Missed off the rim, no good. Celtics are settling 2 perimeter misses in a row. Final minute left to go before half. Boston shooting 6 for 15. That's 40% even from 3-point range. Magic numbers 15. 15 made threes or greater. They are 7-0 in the playoffs. 53-9 this season with 15 threes or greater. Missed floater by Toppin. Tipped off the glass. Tapped out of bounds. Last off a Nesmith for the Pacers. Celtics with the ball. 3-point advantage, 45 seconds left to go. Celtics +3 in percentage shooting, 49% for Boston, limiting the top scoring offense. Indiana to shoot 46% from the floor in this game. White at the top off the Horford screen, takes the 3, came off the rim short. That's now 3 straight 3-point shot attempts in a row. Celtics going to provide balance. Nesmith attacks inside the paint, gets stripped, he gets fouled. And this will be 2 free throws coming up by Aaron Nesmith with 27 seconds left to go. So bad shot selection by Boston as they started to settle, and that's allowed the Pacers to hang in this game. Chance to creep one in 2 or 1 right now with these 2 free throws by Nesmith. Yep. Yeah, that would be quite interesting right there if Larry Bird had to suit up. First one is good by Nesmith. Who's going to get MVP? If the Celtics make it to the finals, either going to be between Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, whoever shows up for the final series, probably. Out of those 2 most likely. Both of the free throws are good by Nesmith. 56-55. Or it would be Luka or Kyrie for Dallas if Dallas is able to win the chip. So probably out of those 4 that I just mentioned here. 15 seconds left to go. Holiday at the left wing perimeter. He's had a lot of championship level plays low-key in this series and throughout his career. Holiday won a chip with the Bucks back in 2021, and that is way too easy. Wow. Drew Holiday just circled his way, driving in front of the teeth of the defense. The shot at the buzzer. It is good by Nembhard as he knocks it down at the buzzer. That's a 1-point game going into halftime. A lot to unravel there in the final 2 possessions. First of all, where's the defense? That's my question here. They're showing the Nembhard jumper at the free throw circle over Tatum. Yeah, Tatum didn't even contest it. It just rolled around the rim and it went in at the buzzer. The light went off and Nembhard made the buckets. Andrew Nembhard having the playoffs of his life right now. And now, the Drew Holiday layup before that, that was, oh man. Like, that was some horrendous Pacers defense. Nobody was even remotely close to Drew Holiday. Just, he just weaved his way inside a key, and there was a lot of space out in front right there for him with a wide-open layup. 58-57, 1-point game going into half. Andrew Nembhard, he's playing his hearts out. Got to give props out to the Pacers here right now because they're reminding me of the Cavs right now, how the Cavs were without Donovan Mitchell in the late stretch of that series, but still, those guys played hard. The Pacers right now are playing hard, and Andrew Nembhard is 16 points. He is the key to the wheel here for this Pacers team, and he has got it going. Between him and McConnell, those 2 guys just straight up balling today in this game. McConnell set the tone early on. He's got 8 points. I'm blaming this on Rick Carlisle. I mean, the Pacers are going to get swept especially if T.J. McConnell is only playing 8 minutes out of the 24 right now. He's playing a third of the minutes in a half. You're going to be playing him for like 30, 35, 40 minutes if you're Rick Carlisle. That's just a shame. He's got 9 minutes right now. He's almost playing a third of this game for T.J. McConnell. By the way that he produces, that's unfortunate for him. He's a +4 on the floor right now. So 8 points in 9 minutes for T.J. McConnell. 16 points by Nemhard, leading the way. 13 by Siakam. So we got a 1-point game at half. Celtics, led by Jason Tatum. Loving this game tonight. He's playing downhill, attacking, getting to the rim. 16 by Tatum on 50% even. 7 for 14. 5 rebounds, 4 assists by Tatum. Jaylen Brown's having a rough night. A lot of miscues at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown. Just 4 for 11 shooting, 1 for 4 at the free throw line. So he's had a rough game tonight for JB. 10 points for him. Holiday looking great, 10 points. I like to see him with some more opportunities, honestly, for Jrue Holiday. Just 5 attempted shots. He's made 4 of those shots in the first half for Jrue Holiday. Coming in, dealing with an illness for Holiday, but just an absolute trooper out there. So he's got 10 points right now. Derek White, 9 points so far for him. 4 for 7 shooting. Yet to find his stroke from 3, though. Just 1 for 4 from the perimeter. Horford crashed back down to earth. He was awesome last game. Just 5 tonight. Tied for the team leader, though, with Tatum with 4 assists, but he only attempted 3 shots. Yeah, so Tyrese Halliburton's out due to a hamstring injury. Jalen Smith was a late scratch for Indiana due to an illness, and then Benedict Mathurin with a shoulder injury was also out. Luke Cornett is available tonight, but he is yet to play. So he was out during the last game for Luke Cornett. They're going with Xavier Tillman. Tillman's played 6 minutes so far. Pritchard's got 5 off the bench. Hauser with 3 off the bench. Yeah, rebounding's been a nightmare for the Celtics so far. So if there's been a major issue, it's been on the glass in that first half. Just not looking like themselves. They're -5 in the glass. Pacers out rebounding them on the offensive glass, 8-5. And then missed free throws. That's an issue. Just a major issue tonight's been free throws. Celtics are 4 for 7 at the free throw line. That's been solely on Jaylen Brown, just having a tough game. Just 1 for 4 himself at the free throw line so far. We haven't really seen that championship identity level defense that the Celtics had in the second half. So that's what they need in the second half if they're going to win in a sweep 4-0. We just haven't seen that so far because we've seen Nemhard and McConnell have their game. And Siakam, credit to him. He's making some tough shots out there for Siakam. Like, he's knocking down some deep baseline jumpers. But the ones that Nemhard's hitting, those have been more like with space, uncontested. Credit out to that floaters we just saw with him making over Derek White. That was a tough one, but he's had a lot of good opportunities. One of them would have taken the lead. He missed a layup from point-blank range, and right now if the Pacers had that with Nemhard, they would have been up by 1.5. I mean, that's a tough bucket. He got a 13-footer at the buzzer to rattle in to go in the halftime. So big props here out to the Pacers because these guys are playing. They're playing with urgency tonight, and they're playing the best possible with these guys. With guys like Nemhard, Siakam, McConnell. The Celtics having a lot of issues between Nemhard and McConnell, trying to limit them offensively because they're finding their shot and they're making it. And they're making it with space most of the time. So the Celtics have to tighten up defensively and start to contest and close out more and do it better. All right, so we're in halftime right now. Going to have Mr. Tops come on the stream in just a moment. So get ready for Mr. Tops the Tortoise here. Going to be on the stream in just a moment. I'm just going to put it to the break slide. So if you see the break slide, I'll be back in like a minute or two. I'm just going to go find Mr. Tops, and then we will be back in for the next couple moments. I'm just going to put this on the break slide. Going to go get Mr. Tops, and I'll be back around a minute or two from now with Tops the Tortoise. All right, I was able to find him. So he was hiding in the corner a couple minutes ago. So here's my tortoise, Mr. Top's going to bring him out right now at halftime. And Celtics looking to do the same thing and see if they could poke their head out of their shell and more so with their defensive head and be a better defensive team in the second half right now. But also Jaylen Brown, too, looking to see if he can do that at the free throw line, trying to poke his head out of his shell and have a big second half efficiency-wise for the Celtics. So here is my tortoise, Mr. Top Series, once again. And moving his claws around, quite active once again. So this is Tops the Tortoise, and he is going to be turning 9 years old next month for him. So welcome on the stream here for Tops the Tortoise right now. And he's been a good boy. And very nice around this time. Good day for him today. Today was actually a holiday in the U.S., so you get to spend a lot of the time outside. It was a great weekend for him, like mid-70s up in my area this weekend. So you get a lot of vitamin D, able to spend a lot of time outside, and that is Tops the Tortoise, everybody. Very, very happy camper right now on the stream, and hopefully the good luck charm here for the second half for the Celtics. And hopefully the Celtics able to have some activity like Tops the Tortoise moving his claws right now. So good boy poking his head out of his shell for Tops the Tortoise. So there we go. Halftime showing for Tops the Tortoise currently here at halftime. Going to just put him away. Going to go to the break slide once again. And then we'll be back in a couple moments here. One-point lead for the Celtics here at halftime. And there's one thing, crunch time, they've had just great success so far this series. This Celtics team has definitely been different in crunch time scenarios from past years in the playoffs where they would be down by a significant amount of points like they were by 18 the last game, and then they would fold and lose the game. A ton of heart during the last game. This one's got the makings to be a close game right now, and they've already taken 2 games in crunch time here. The Dallas Mavericks are 3-0 and 3 very close games in their series, and Jrue Holiday, he's had game-winning plays written all over him. Did it in the last game with that clutch steal, but also Jason Tatum, much better. Has struggled in that fourth quarter, though, in game number 1. Jaylen Brown was the reason why they won game 1 with that massive shot from the corner, and then Tatum took over in overtime. But last game, Jason Tatum, just some big-time plays, late stretch of the game on Saturday in game 3 in the final 2.5 minutes, and then Jrue Holiday able to seal it up with a steal. Got the feeling it could be like this once again tonight, that we could have a very, very similar game. What's been the downfall for this Pacers team has been the turnovers so far for them. They've turned it over now 6 times tonight. 4 turnovers by the Celtics. The Celtics have turned it over 35 times total in this playoffs. Pacers have turned it over 54 total times right now in this playoff. So that is a difference between 19 turnovers, that the Pacers have turned it over 19 times more than the Celtics this entire playoffs so far. What's good, everybody? John in the channel, welcome back in here, man. Ryan, glad to have you back in the stream here, bud. Yeah, Celtics tighten up. All they have to do is just play that elite defense that they did in the last game, starting off in the second half, where everybody's contesting shot for shot. Everyone just gets up in the grill of the offensive player for the Pacers, leaves them with like barely any space to operate. You got guys crashing the glass, and if they can change this game around on the rebounds, because that's the minus category for them, they're going to win this game right now. So They're -5 in the glass for the Celtics right now at halftime, 25-20. That needs to improve as they've allowed 8 offensive rebounds to the Pacers, 5 offensive rebounds for the Celtics, and because Boston has been able to generate steals once again, 5 steals by the Celtics so far in this game. So issues so far this game has come down to rebounding and it's come down to free throws. That's been the problems for the Celtics. We actually so we don't own a dog, but my neighbor has a golden retriever, and we take care of the golden retriever weekdays. So my mom's like the main caretaker of the golden retriever. It's weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So unfortunately, usually all these streams start at like 7 or 8, mostly like 7, 8, or 9 for like all these basketball streams. So it's like an hour or two that I start the stream that the golden retriever leaves to go back across the street to the neighbor's house. But that's one that you need to be careful at all times, because he would have to be on a leash, because he might like jump around and like knock down my streaming equipment and stuff, or like try to like bite the laptop or the camera, because he's like super excited. He's a golden retriever dog. It's a really, really excited dog. I've had him on the stream once. It was like a March Madness stream a couple years ago when I was home that day and did an afternoon game. I don't know what game it was. It might have been it was either Georgia Tech against Loyola Chicago. It was an afternoon game on a Thursday in March Madness. Or it might have been, it wasn't Illinois versus Chattanooga, because I did that one for my room. It might have been Illinois against Arkansas from last year. One of them, which was an afternoon stream for March Madness, had the golden retriever on it for like a brief moment. Yeah, Bryant's playing as NC State. Yeah, NC State was, I don't know what they finished for the rankings. They were I think they were 23 when because I announced Norfolk State. Norfolk State had played a week. They played against Stonehill against NC State for baseball, and they lost 18-0 in that game. And NC State was ranked. I think they were ranked at 23 at the time for them, for NC State. So yeah, that makes sense because they traveled to an East Coast school, and NC State was playing against an NEC baseball team that week for like a non-conference game. So that makes sense. All right, so we head back to action right now. Start to the third quarter, left to right on the floor. Pacers with the basketball to start off the third. Top of the key, Nembhard having a game of his life lately in the series, coming off a career-high 32 points in the last game. Turner takes the 3, top of the key, and he sizzles it. Big response by the Pacers, 60-58, part of a 5-zip run by Indiana. Drew Holiday on the floor with Al Horford, Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, the 5 starters out there to begin the third quarter. Lob goes from Horford to Tatum at the low block. Tatum, follow away over Nembhard. No good off the mark. Rebound controlled by Nesmith. 5 on the floor looked like this for the Pacers. Nesmith, Siakam, Nembhard, Turner, and Ben Shepherd. Nembhard dribbles up to the free throw circle, swings it out right wing. Siakam off the open screen, set by Turner off the back rim, no good. Tatum collects his 6th rebound. Celtics with the ball here. First minute of action in the third. Holiday dribble drive inside as he gets rejected by the bottom part of the rim. A little bit too much. Deep off of that dribble drive there. He went up for the layup underneath the rim. The 3 hits another one. Miles Turner, back-to-back threes coming alive here to start the third quarter. If this keeps on happening, you're going to burn a timeout for your Joe Mazzulla. Celtics with 5 timeouts remaining, 4 by Indiana. White slides it on top off to Tatum. Tatum gets doubled off to Horford at the top of the key. Horford covered by Turner. That's the big mistake so far in this series, that Indiana hasn't been able to have a closer to close out around the perimeter defending the pick-and-pop shooter, but that time they did with Turner. Missed shot straight away by White, and Indiana flung the ball out of bounds. Poor entry pass by Nembhard. Turnovers. Just been the bane of this series for Indiana. They were looking to send it to Turner off an entry pass guarded by White, but it was too tall. It's a 5-point game right now. Joe, welcome in here, man. Yeah, so Halliburton's still out due to the hamstring injury. Brown backs his way on Nembhard. Brown inside the key. Bulldozes Nembhard right to the cup, and he scores. Up and it off the backboard. Just no resistance right there at the rim. Jaylen Brown getting whatever they want. 14 lead changes tonight. That's the most in this entire series for lead changes. Corner three missed off the mark. No good by Siakam. Tipped over to Holiday for the defensive rebound. Holiday outside off to White. Baseline Jai. White kick out to the wing. Horford touch pass. Tatum dribbles up. Bounce pass underneath. White bobbled it. Good recovery by Indiana. White guarded by Shepard. Backs his way off the pivot. White follow away. Low block. Puts it up. Puts it through. It's good for two by Derek White. That's a tough shot right there. Fall away at the low block. Straightaway three. Andrew Nembhard uncans one and delivers. Oh, man. They are playing so hard. Playing the game in the series. Yes. That has never happened before in the history NBA. So, of course, I would. That would be a major big ew in a Fuka Choka if that does happen. Bounce pass. Horford off to Tatum. One-on-one. Tatum rises for the jumper over. Neesmith off the rim. No good. And the rebound gets controlled by Nembhard. Tatum starting to force up shots right now. Not looking like it. As he was doing much better going downhill in this game. Offensive rebound controlled by Siakam off the bench. Shepard missed jumper. Mid-range. Neesmith gets whatever he wants. Delivers in the two. And the Celtics have to burn a timeout. 68-62. Just haven't seen that physical form of defense tonight displayed by Boston. As Joe Mazzulla burns the timeout, both teams with 4 timeouts remaining, and we take the timeout with 8:57 left to go in the third. Haven't been able to see that physical type of form that they displayed in the second half of Game 3. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up here, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. As we got 500 plus watching right now on the channel. You guys, the Legends MVP is out here in the stream, and Andrew Nembhard's playing the game of his life. 19 points, 8 for 12 shooting, 7 assists, 13 points by Pascal Siakam, 50% shooting for him with 7 rebounds. Those two guys are really hurting the Celtics tonight, combining for 32 out of the 68. Yeah, that's the Choka ew. Choka ew if the Celtics lose 4 in a row. Still getting out-hustled in the glass, and those were 2 keys that they needed to be better upon in the second half, was free throw shooting and rebounds. And right now they are on the glass. In the second half, they are losing once again 5-2 on the rebounds. And they've allowed 2 more offensive rebounds to happen so far. And they're just getting destroyed on the glass right now in this game, losing 30-22 on the rebounds. Yeah, Tatiana, welcome to the stream, watching with Timothy on the channel here. Timothy White representing New Bedford, the south coast of Massachusetts, over in the Whaling City. Thanks for joining in right now. Timothy, welcome to the channel here, bud. Yeah, this is completely 2 different styles from one another, because Indiana is just going to push up the floor constantly, because they're all about just making as many shots as possible. And then Dallas is a team that usually uses a lot of the shot clock, that they're going to slow the game down and play it to their pace. Yeah, this pace is not favoring the Celtics right now. Already 55 attempted shots in this game by Indiana. Indiana was midway to 100 attempted shots at halftime. That's not a good sign, because the Celtics limited Indiana to 83 during the last game for attempted shots. And then the game that they went into overtime, it was in the upper 90s to early 100s for attempted shots. So that's way too many shots. And offensive rebounds helping out the Pacers tonight. Yeah, thanks so much for keeping on joining in here for Andrew on the channel. Trevor, welcome in here, bud. Yep, they were down 0-3, came back only to lose in Game 7. Juan, glad to have you back in the stream, man. Here we go, 8:57 left to go. Andrew Nembhard tonight, 19 points on 8 for 12 shooting. He had 32, a career high, 12 for 21 in Game 3. combining to shoot 7 for 11 right now in the previous 2 games from 3-point range. Celtics being outscored 11-4 right now in this third quarter in the first 3 minutes. Back to action. Right to left on the floor, the Celtics have the ball. Holiday. Bounce past the White, top of the key, moves it off to Horford at the left wing, into the hands to Tatum. Shovels outside White, up fake outside Tatum. Tatum steps into a 3, takes it, and he makes it. Jason Tatum rips it down for the triple. 3-point game, able to find his shot that time. JT working his way up to 19 on his second made 3 of the night. Hand off to Nesmith. Nesmith at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse logo across the floor off to Nembhard. Nembhard leading the way with 19 in this game. Bobbled it, got it back, defended by Horford. Sends it over to Siakam at the left wing. Siakam jumper over Tatum at the elbow. Siakam off the back rim, no good. Another offensive rebound controlled by Indiana. Nesmith floats up the shot, contacted by Holiday and fouled. And Aaron Nesmith's going to shoot 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line. If the Celtics win tonight, they get rewarded with 10 full days of rest and should most likely have Porzingis back by Game 1 in the finals for sure. Aaron Nesmith tonight, 7 points, will shoot 2 at the line. And now, welcome in here from the Philippines. Yep, if the Celtics win tonight, they get rewarded. They get a lot of full days They get 10 full days of rest, and they know that for sure because 2 years ago, they were playing so many Game 6s and Game 7s that by the time they faced Golden State in the finals, it was just, they just ran out of gas. Just like last year as well. Just ever since the start of that Hawks series where the Hawks took them in the 6th, that was just a complete disaster. 1 for 2 at the free throw line by Nesmith as Horford up the floor off to White. White scores up and it off the backboard, good for 2. 2-point game right now. Nesmith at the left wing. Good version on a Derek White tonight. 60% shooting, 13 points currently. Ben Shepherd, guarded by Horford around the perimeter. Sends it out to his left to Siakam. Siakam away from the basketball. We get a foul. It's picked up by Turner. Ooh! A little bit of extracurricular activities by Miles Turner with a shove as he sends Jaylen Brown all the way to the front row of the seats next to the camera crew underneath the stanchion. Ooh! Miles Turner heated right now. Let's see this replay currently. As it was well away from the basketball where the foul happened. Turner knocks down Derek White. And then Jaylen Brown having some words to Turner. And then Turner with a hefty shove on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown had a lighter shove, and then Turner just shoves him with full strength, sends him all the way from the key, drifting back to the camera crew in the front row of the seats behind the nets. Miles Turner coming in absolutely heated, still had some words to say to Jaylen Brown. Holy smokes. That was called an offensive foul committed by Miles Turner for now. We'll see if this is anything even further about it. This is under review currently here. Quite a bit of extracurricular activities after the play was over. Turner already with an offensive foul, so this will be Celtics basketball either way, but will be upgraded to anything in terms of flagrant or so. That's what they're looking at right now on the floor. As Turner knocked down White. White was in the key, and then Jaylen Brown trying to protect Derek White as Miles Turner shoved Jaylen Brown all the way from the key to like right near the camera crew towards the first row of the seats. Yeah, Worcester's the second most populous city in the state of Mass behind Boston. So, welcome into the channel here, watching from Worcester. For Nina on the stream. John Michael on the channel, welcome in. That's going to be ruled a double technical, according to the officials. So, Brown picked up a technical, same as Turner. So, it's a double technical here. And the Celtics get the inbound. So, it was an offensive foul committed by Turner. So, Boston gets the basketball either way. So, it's ruled double tech. 69-67. So, Turner had a heavier push. Brown did push him. It was lighter, but Turner had a heavier push, but they rolled it a double tech. Lob to Tatum. Tatum will get held up, and a foul committed in the key charge to Shepherd. This is starting to... Indiana, like, Right now, this could be the turning point in the game if they can't regain their focus currently. Tatum on the floor with Holiday, Brown, Horford, and White. Horford over to Holiday. Pass cut off the fingertips at Jaylen Brown, resulting in a turnover. Felicia, thanks for joining in. Rough game on to Jaylen Brown tonight. Just lost focus on the basketball. That's the 6th turnover of the game of the Celtics. 10 by the Pacers. They just picked up their 10th as they commit another offensive foul. Miles Turner, once again, back-to-back offensive fouls, losing his focus all of a sudden. And Indiana lucky that they have the lead right now. Would not be shocked if the Celtics go on a run right here. Turner sets the screen, called on the illegal screen as Holiday got knocked down hard, trying to get around it. And Turner, frustrated, sent the basketball down to the ground. Stunning that he didn't get teed up on a delay of game violation right there too. So he picks up his 3rd right now for Turner. A lot of choppiness into the game here currently. What's good, Louisiana on the stream? Welcome in. James, thanks for joining in on the channel. 7:20 left to go. Tatum with the possession. Turner is now on the bench with his 3rd personal foul. Isaiah Jackson comes in. Tatum takes the 3 over top and off the back rim. No good. Offensive rebound controlled by Horford. Into the hands to White. White guarded by Jackson around the perimeter. Chance to see if they can attack the paint. Lob to Horford. Broke it up. Horford gets it. Horford jump off down low. Tatum swings it outside. White with a 3. Off the back rim. No good. Huge offensive rebound by Al Horford going up. He gets fouled. And 2 free throws coming up in the line here by Horford. Indiana racking up the fouls. Obi Toppin picks up the shooting foul, and Horford will shoot 2 coming up in the free throw line. That's 2 monster offensive rebounds by Horford. Taking advantage since Turner's currently on the bench, and the Celtics, one of the minuses in this game for them has been getting out-rebounded on the glass, but that's 2 big rebounds. Horford will shoot 2 at the line. First one's good. Travis, thanks for joining in, man. Yep, Celtics definitely looking to be above the 8 ball this year, looking to close it out. Beneficial to get them 10 full days of rest for the finals. Let's see if they're able to learn from their mistakes of the past. This looks like one of these games the Pacers are just all of a sudden going to unravel. With Miles Turner with those 3 personal fouls, they just cannot keep their cool. 69-69. 6:50 left to go in the 3rd. Top of the key, Jackson hands it off to Nesmith. Nesmith dribbles up, drives on Horford inside the paint. Nesmith up fake. Nesmith shovels underneath over to Jackson, and he soars up, throws it down with the right-handed flush. 71-69. Isaiah Jackson with a slam dunk. Holiday. Entry pass down low. Brown. Kick out to the corner. Tatum. Back to Brown. Wide open. Underneath he scores. It's too easy. Up in and off the backboard. No coverage at the rim whatsoever by the Pacers defense. 71-71. Baseline dribble, Nesmith, turn around over White, off the front rim, no good. White with a great contest, defensive rebound hauled in by Holiday. That's the excellent defense that the Celtics is giving you all day, all game long with Derek White, as he has really been able to step up here defensively previous couple minutes. Tatum crossover, Tatum drives on Jackson right to the cup. Huge rejection from behind by Isaiah Jackson as he blocks Jason Tatum. McConnell up the floor, huge block by Al Horford on the opposite side of the floor. Here goes the Celtics. Brown, treble, drive down the lane inside, lost it on the bound off his knee. It will go back to the Pacers. Wow. Unbelievable defense by both of these teams right now. Back-to-back blocks. Jackson with a monster block. Horford, and it was actually White. White came in from behind next to Horford. It was actually Derek White from behind as he swatted T.J. McConnell's layup. That was huge by Derek White. Him and Horford going right to the rim together right there, and it was White who got it from behind. Scraped that basketball. Nesmith turns the corner, drives, lost it here, but he got fouled. In between White and Brown, White picks up the personal foul. And this will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Aaron Nesmith. What a game. Yeah, this looks like one of these Minnesota-Dallas games, and then we'll see what happens in the final 5 minutes left to go in this one. We got 900 plus watching now. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 5.5 minutes left to go. Substitutes here for the Celtics. Sam Hauser, 3 points off the bench, enters the game right now. Looking for some positive minutes out of him. Jaylen Brown checks out of the game, comes out. So Hauser replaces Brown. The foul trouble looks like this. Miles Turner, Ben Shepherd, 3 personal fouls each for the Celtics. Drew Holiday, 3 personal fouls, 2 each between Tatum, White, and Brown, and the free throws are good. So Nesmith makes both of the free throws, 2-point lead for the Pacers. 5.5 left to go in the third. Jackson with 2 blocks. Tatum backs his way on Nesmith, top of the key. Lobs over to Xavier Tillman, who's on the floor. Tatum, Tillman, Hauser, Holiday, and White. That's the 5 of the court currently. White dribbles towards his left, guarded by McConnell. Step back, 3 in the air, off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, back to Tatum. Tatum, baseline dribble as he bulldozes over Nesmith. It is going to be called an offensive foul. And that's going to be Tatum's third. Lower the boom in the Aaron Nesmith. There's no reason why you should have done that, Jason Tatum. You have a pretty clear pathway to drive. What in the world are you doing pushing off with the right arm extended? Lowering that right shoulder into Nesmith. Oh, man, you had a pretty clear drive right there. Nesmith had you on the side. He wasn't even out in front in the defensive stance. McConnell, where he loves to shoot the shot. Jumper, mid-range, no good off the mark that time. Lucky miss. As the Celtics able to come up with a defensive rebound. Very, very lucky for Boston as that was a miss by T.J. McConnell getting to his spot at the left wing. Tatum out on the floor with 3 personal fouls. Bounce pass, poor pass. Intercepted by Toppin for a moment. White came up with a steal. Up fake. Holiday. Side step to his left. Takes the 3 off the rim. No good. Tipped by Tillman to Jackson for the defensive rebound. Ball got poked loose. And a loose ball follow. Charge to Hauser. Sloppy indeed right now. Both of these teams bricking shots. Indiana will have the ball, and there are 4.5 left to go. 2-point lead for the Pacers. McConnell sends it on top. A wide open 3. Obi Toppin hits it. 76-71. 4:15 left to go. The Celtics gave him a ton of space, and Obi Toppin delivered. Drew Holiday takes up the floor. He's at the left wing perimeter. Holiday. So we get a tangle up here at the free throw circle. White gets knocked down, and Jackson, I believe he's going to be the guilty party, picks up the personal foul, and he is. So Isaiah Jackson picks up the personal foul as he knocks down Derek White at the free throw circle. What's good? Josh in the stream, welcome in. A Chirac on the channel, welcome on board. Thanks all for joining in tonight. We got 900 plus in the channel. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the like, hit the subscribe. 4 minutes left to go. Drew Holiday, dribble drive, kick out to the corner. Here's a 3, taken by Hauser. Takes it off the rim, no good. And a loose ball foul picked up, charged to the Pacers. It's going to be charged again on Jackson. Back-to-back personal fouls committed by Isaiah Jackson. So Celtics again, new 14 in the shot clock. We'll get the inbound in just a moment. Arrow Flynn on the stream, welcome in. Type in the chat who guys like to win here, Celtics or Pacers. What a battle. What a battle. And this Pacers team just looking like the Cleveland Cavs from the last series. Without their star player, just not going to lay down in this game and giving you all they got tonight here. Inbound goes to Holiday. Holiday on the floor with White, Tatum, Horford, and Hauser. Holiday dribbles up, guarded 1-on-1 by Toppin. Step back 3 in the air, missed off the back rim. Celtics starting to settle for too many threes. Up the floor off the top, and Toppin moves it out to the top. Turner with a 3. Turner's 3 came off the rim short. Holiday collects the defensive rebound. Celtics up the floor. Holiday off to Hauser, got swung around by Turner. That's his 4th. Miles Turner, 4 personal fouls, giving this game away right now. Looking a little bit like Cat from yesterday, minus not many. He did hit a couple threes, though, but in terms of just giving this game away with these mistake fouls, just bad bonehead plays for him. Just swung around Hauser. 2 free throws by Hauser at the line. First one is good. Jaylen Brown checks back into the game. Aaron Nesmith comes back in for the Pacers right now. Yeah, they were on quite a lengthy scoring drought. They're still on a field goal shooting scoring drought at the moment. It's been like that for around 3 minutes because this game was tied up at 69 at one point. Celtics just cannot shake the Pacers defense currently right now. 3-point game as Hauser buries the free throws. Miles Turner deep foul trouble with 4 personal fouls. Nesmith on the floor. McConnell, Toppin, Pascal Siakam and Doug McDermott. Spin move. McConnell had an open lane, instead gave up the pass at the top. Nesmith with a three, no good. Hauser, excellent rebound outlet pass ahead of the pack. Drew Holiday scores up and in behind the defense, good for two. Where's the defense by Indiana? You should have at least two players sprinting back, getting back defensively. No. Drew Holiday back behind the defense. Sam Hauser with an incredible rebound. It was with his right arm. One arm, a rebound by Hauser. It came directly back to him, and then a full court outlet pass up ahead behind the defense to Holiday with an easy layup. 76-75. Timeout taken in the floors by the Pacers, who burned a timeout with 3:10 left to go. What a game. It was looking like the Celtics needed to burn a timeout for a while, so Joe holds on to one, and it benefits Boston right now because these mistakes that the Pacers have had, it's going to cost them the game. Like the Celtics getting closer and closer to sweep Indiana if these mistakes keep on happening for the Pacers. Miles Turner with these bonehead mistakes, up to 4 personal fouls now. Foul trouble looks like this. 3 each between Tatum and Holiday. And Celtics have not liked the foul calls that's been against them. A lot of them have been loose ball fouls tonight off of rebounds that the Celtics have got called for fouls. Turner's got 4, and then 3 each between Shepard and Jackson for personal fouls right now. TJ McConnell, he had an excellent start in the first quarter. He has cooled off recently for him, so he's still yet to reach double figures with 8. He had 8 points in the first, I believe, 14 minutes approximately for TJ McConnell in this game. Nembhard's playing the game of his life, 19, just like the last game with a career-high 32, 13 by Siakam, 10 by Nesmith. Nesmith struggling, just 2 for 8, 1 for 5 from 3. And these are easy buckets. We see a constant layup line right now that the Celtics are just getting whatever they want at the rim today. They're shooting the ball poorly from 3. All they have to do is just knock down threes, and they're going to win this game. If they can hit 16 threes, they're going to win this game. Right now, they're 9 for 28 from 3. They're settling too much from 3. Just get to the rim, because the Pacers have just not had much resistance at the rim. Celtics tonight plus 10 points in the paint, 36-26. And at one point this quarter, they were -9 on the glass. They've tightened it up here. They're -5 on the glass at the moment, 35-30 Indiana on the board. Yeah, Pacers, they're battling. Like guys like Nembhard, Siakam, McConnell, those guys are fighting hard tonight. They're playing hard. Jackson's got a couple big blocks. And then Turner is just, he's just hot-headed, losing his cool. Yeah, appreciate it, Siegel. Thanks so much, man. You're the absolute legend in the channel. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, smash the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. I'll be back tomorrow night covering the Mavs against the T-Wolves for game number 4. So if you guys would like to join in tomorrow night, feel free to do so. Hey, what's good? Ward on the stream, welcome in. Louie on the channel, welcome in. This year's the year for the Celtics to take the chip here. There's no Denver standing in front of their way. That's the only team that swept them in the regular season was the Nuggets. So, I think this is the year, Joshua, for the Celtics to go out and win the chip. Let's get that 1K hype out in the chat. We just reached 1K viewers for the first time in this stream. You guys, the legends here on the channel. And what a battle. It's been back and forth this entire game. Multiple lead changes. There's been more than 15, I can guarantee you that. I don't have the stat of how many. It's not one of the things they have that gets statted, but it's definitely more than 15. I remember there was a statistic earlier on in this quarter that there were 14 lead changes at one point as we come back to action. 3 minutes left to go in the third here. McConnell outside to Nesmith, just 2 for 8 shooting in today's game. Toppin drives in Holiday, dump off McConnell, kick out to the quarter. Siakam with a 3. Off the rim, no good. Great closeout by Horford. Defensive rebound controlled by Boston Brown. At the free throw circle, outside Hauser, into the hands to Pritchard. Pritchard got it ripped away by Nembhard with a steal. Well, if there's one guy that's going to give you the victory tonight, look no further to Andrew Nembhard. He's been amazing. Runner McConnell came off the rim short. Unhappy about the call. Can't get back in transition. Defense Celtics 5-on-4. Hauser no good around the rim and outs. Lucky there by McConnell. He was unhappy about the call. That was his man, Sam Hauser, on a catch and fire 3, but it rimmed out. Nesmith got it back. Neesmith drives. Celtics thought it was a clear travel. Referees with a no call right there. McConnell inside the key, flings it behind his back. Nembhard bumped into Hauser, no call. Bounce pass, broke it up. Kicked ball with 3 seconds in the shot clock. Wow. Tatum furious about the last call that the officials gave the possession still for Indiana, as it looked like it was an up and down by Aaron Neesmith. Yeah, we're seeing this replay right here. Neesmith comes, oh, he clearly came up with a basketball. What in the world? So it touched McConnell, that's why they ruled it, the possession to stay the same for Indiana. It touched the knee of McConnell and went directly back to Neesmith, so that's why. The Celtics bench, they thought it was a clear up and down. Toppin rims the rack with a two-handed flush off the inbound. 78-75, 1:45 left to go. Holiday slows it down here. Bounce pass over to Horford, top of the key. He's defended by Toppin, dribbles towards the elbow, bounce pass to Tatum. Tatum backs his way at the low block, outside to Horford, launches the three for the tie, no good, rimmed out, rebound controlled by Ben Shepherd for Indiana. Pacers by 3. Celtics cannot find their three-point shooting game under 32% from the perimeter, dump off, down low, leads the two-handed flush by Siakam. 5-point lead now, 80-75 for the Pacers. Celtics settling for way too many threes, just attack the paint. If you're Boston, Jaylen Brown having a rough game tonight for the most part. He's been able to up it recently, though. Edge of the midcourt logo. Brown dribbles up, drives to his right. Brown guarded one-on-one by Nembhard. Dribbles inside the key. Brown right to the rim. He scores. Up and then off the backboard. Good for 2 by Jaylen Brown. 3-point game right now. Brown's up to 16, 19 by Tatum. Dribble drive penetration. Horford called on the goaltend as he blocked it, but it went off the glass first. And it will be awarded a bucket for 2 by Toppin. 82-77. Celtics down by 5 will get the inbound. Piece of cake for Boston in the series. They trail by 5 in both of the games. With 2 minutes left to go, came back and won. Still a lot of time left to go. 35 seconds here. In the third quarter, Brown transition 3. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown knocks down a triple. JB showing up right now after a slow start. He's got 19 all of a sudden for Jaylen Brown. 27 seconds left to go. Pritchard picks up the shooting foul. This will be 2 shots coming up at the line by McConnell. Jaylen Brown in transition knocks down a 3 over Nembhard just a moment ago. Yeah, this is, hopefully he took the under for this game today. 2 free throws here at the line from McConnell. First one, no good, around the rim and outs. This game could very well come down to free throws tonight. Celtics have struggled in that facet for the most part. Better recently. They were 4 for 7 going into halftime, 8 for 11. Right now as a team total at the free throw line. Celtics started off 7 for 12, red hot from 3. Ever since they're only 3 for 19. That's what I mean, settling for way too many threes. Take it to the rim indeed. Second free throw is good by McDermott. 3-point game, 25 seconds left to go. Third quarter, Pacers 73% at the free throw line, 11 for 15. Holiday, 20 seconds left to go. Into the hands to Brown. He's got 19 all of a sudden. He started off 30% shooting in his first 10 shots, went 3 for 10. Stepping up his game ever since for Jaylen Brown. He's switched guarded by Toppin. 5 in the shot clock, 8 on the game clock. Jumper, Brown straight away. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound secure by Neesmith. Final potential possession here at the buzzer. Will it go down? It went down for the 3. Are they going to count it or no? As the buzzer sounded, TJ McConnell at the buzzer. I don't know if it's going to count. We got 83-80 right now. The leaner. Oh no, that will not count. He made the shot at the buzzer, but it was too late. Already is the backboard lit up in orange. It will not count. Buzzer beater by TJ McConnell, but too late. 83-80 as they erase away the 3. It's a 3-point game at the end of the third. That would have been the second buzzer beater of this game by the Pacers. Nembhard hit one going into halftime for a 13-footer straightaway, rattled in. And that's a big difference maker in this game. Reason why the Pacers are up by 1 possession because of that. We enter the fourth quarter, 83-80, Pacers by 3. All about the Celtics playing downhill in the fourth quarter. Got to start to play downhill instead of jacking up too many threes. I know Joe Mazzulla loves the analytics and taking a bunch of threes, but tonight it just hasn't been able to work out ever since the start of the first quarter. Right now, it's a 3-point game. No Tyrese Halliburton tonight. So Tyrese Halliburton's out due to a hamstring injury tonight. No Jalen Smith either. And then no Benedict Mathurin. So they're out 3 guys. Porzingis is out as well. There was a possibility by Woj that he could be playing tonight for Porzingis, but he's not right now. Top scores in the game look like this, Carly. 19 points by Andrew Nembhard. Having a huge game for him. He was mostly shut down, though, in the third quarter. He's got 9 assists. 15 points by Siakam, 12 by Toppin, 10 by Nesmith. Celtics just got to keep on tightening it up defensively and get to the rim. Play downhill in this fourth quarter. Attack and get to the rim if you're Boston. And those twos are going to help you out a ton if that does happen. Jaylen Brown up to 19 points after starting off. He's a hot hand right now. After starting off 3 for 10 from the floor, ever since he is 5 for 6 by Jaylen Brown. And his only miss was that 3-point shot for Jaylen Brown. 19 by Tatum, 8 rebounds, 6 assists for Tatum tonight. 13 by Derek White, 12 by Drew Holiday. Horford's only been limited to 7. Horford's only made 1 3. He's 1 for 3 from the perimeter. So, way too many threes by the Celtics for them tonight. 10 for 32 from the perimeter. That's not good enough. 31% from 3-point range ain't going to cut it. And they're 3 for 19 ever since. So they've missed 16 threes in their last 19 attempts from 3-point range. Pacers 40% even. 10 for 25 from the perimeter. Pacers plus 7 on the glass. They've had the rebound number all game long. 39-32. Celtics still got to get better on the glass. And then could come down to free throws where both of these teams are pretty much even. Pacers 11 for 15, 73%. Celtics 8 for 11, 72.7%. Yeah, my girlfriend's doing pretty well. So she filmed the Memorial Day parade in her town today. We got over 1K in the stream here. If you're new to the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams in the channel. Pacers having a lot of defensive meltdowns inside the key, not getting back in transition defense. Celtics, after the initial defensive rebound, they gotta push here, attack, and get behind the defense, because the Pacers multiple times in this game have failed to get back and play transition D, and the Celtics have burned them constantly. Multiple buckets behind the defense in this game. So here we go. This is where heroes and legends are named right here in this fourth quarter. We're about to have it right here. Can the Celtics win in the sweep, or the Pacers? Will they finally steal one after losing 2 close games in the series? If the Pacers were able to close out both of those games, they would be up 2-1 in the series instead of the Celtics being up 3-0. 4 timeouts remaining by Boston. Pacers with 3. Celtics with the ball. Celtics looking to close it out in 4 right here as we begin the fourth quarter. White on the floor with Horford into the hands to Brown, Tatum, and Hauser. Brown top of the key, 2 in the shot clock. Brown dribbles behind his back, takes the 3, past Turner, takes it, and he makes it. Oh, baby! Silky silk right there. Jaylen Brown, that was sick. 83-83, a nasty dribble behind his back off a sidestep to his left, able to shake Miles Turner as he buried the 3 at the left wing. McConnell, good in the 2 for the mid-range J. 85-83, that's how the first 45 seconds start off in the fourth quarter. Incredible. Derek White backs his way. McConnell at the left wing. White calls for the screen to be set by Tatum. Entry pass down low, over to Tatum, rolls down to the hoop, soars up with a 2-handed flush. 85-85, 0 resistance at the rim for Indiana. Entry pass goes to top and catches it at the right block, outside to the top of the key, into the hands to McConnell. McConnell's defended by Brown. Bounce past Siakam, free throw circle. Siakam takes on White. Off the jab step, skip pass underneath the hoop, over to McConnell. He scores, up and in off the glass, good for 2. That's a great backdoor cut by TJ McConnell. 10.5 left to go in the fourth. White at the left wing. Had an opening. Gives it off to Tatum at the left corner. Tatum with a 3. Off the rim, no good. A rebound secured by McConnell. Another settle for a 3. Contested that they couldn't make. Missed by JT. Nembhard bounce pass. Cutter McConnell. Circles around. Jumper. Got it over Horford for 2 at the low left block. 89-85. TJ McConnell playing a game of his life starting off the fourth quarter. The timeout taken by Joe Mazzola. 10-13 left to go in the fourth quarter. TJ McConnell doing circles around the defense. Andrew Nemhard, an excellent bounce pass behind the back. As McConnell off the fall-away low block over Horford scored it for the Buckets. And Pacers, too, with an assist column. Up to now 21 in this game for them. Celtics only 18. That's very little compared to how they usually play for the Celtics. Much more like upper 20s for Boston, lower 30s for their assist total. But that ball is just struggling to move tonight right now. And credit to the Pacers. They're playing the defense of their lives in this series at the moment. Jaylen Brown with a nasty three to begin to tie up the game. But Pacers up by 4 right now. 22 by Brown. He overtakes Tatum as the top scorer on the team. Tatum's got 21, but Jason Tatum settling and back to having a rough game from 3 in the playoffs. Last game, he was awesome for Tatum. Tonight, just 2 for 7, crashing down to earth, putting his head back in his shell. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here. Let me know in the chat who you guys like to win this game tonight, Pacers or Celtics, and what a battle to the finish that we got right now. I'll be back on tomorrow covering the Mavs against T-Wolves. If you'd like to join in, feel free to do so. Yeah, Jason Tatum's going to stop settling for deep jumpers, and he's going to go to the rim like he did on that entry pass, received behind the defense and soared up and dunked it. David with a dono. Let's get that dono hype for David on the stream. Really appreciate you guys, the legends in the channel. Danico, welcome in. Jonas John LaPang, welcome in the stream here, guys. Purandar on the channel, welcome in. Robin, thanks for joining in. Celtics Nation looking for the sweep tonight. Playing down this game. No problem the last game. They were down by 18, able to close it out. Looking to close out the third single-digit game in the playoffs. That would mean something huge because in years past, they really, really struggled to close out close games. Still struggled this season. They were 6-7 in games decided by 3 points or fewer. It was all dominant victories that the Celtics had throughout the course of the season for the most part, but right now, this would really show something. The hashtag different here for real this year for the Celtics. If they can do it a third time in this series, win a close game by single digits. Yeah, if you guys are interested, we got all those links posted in the description of this video. Check out the channel memberships. That is pinned to the chat right now. It's as low as $1.99 per month at the US dollar rates. To become a channel member, all channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams, as we have currently over 25 channel members at the moment. Feel free to join the Discord server. That link is posted in the description of this video. If anybody's interested in Behind the Arc basketball merchandise, I just posted that link in the chat. Got a lot of cool stuff on the merchandise site: short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, iPhone cases, pillow stickers, sweatshirts, flip-flops, tote bags, mugs. Check it out on the Behind the Arc basketball merchandise site. Tonight, 14 lead changes. So I was actually wrong. I said more than 15. I would have thought 7 ties. And because there's been multiple ties recently. 7 ties, 14 lead changes down to 10 minutes left to go. Celtics with the ball. Up fake. Open 3. Jaylen Brown takes it. And he makes it. Bang, bang. Jaylen Brown knocks down the jumper. 9:45 left to go. Was it 89-82 or 89-85? I got 89-85 in the scoreboard right now. 89-85 underneath. Turner gets fouled. I'm just going to go back to the game log right now to make sure that's correct. Yeah, it's 89-85 what they got on the scoreboard. Tatum just picked up his 4th personal foul, reaching inside the key. Siakam underneath, no good off the glass. Offensive rebound, put back. It is good that time. 91-85. 9.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Brown accelerates inside. Brown as he gets fouled underneath here. He'll have 2 at the line as he was guarded by Toppin. Yeah, Jaylen Brown had that 3. Okay, it was 89-82. Wow. I don't know why. I think the scoreboard might have had it wrong or so. Tatum attacks downhill to the low block. Kick out to the top of the key here to Horford. Into the hands to Brown. Approaching 9 minutes left to go. Brown at the top 5 of the shot clock. Brown looking for another big-time shot. Takes it. No good off the back rim. Tipped up to Turner for the defensive rebound. Pacers up by 6 with possession. We're down to 9 minutes left to go off a strong bucket by Nembhard and 1. He's playing the game of his life right now. 93-85 for the Pacers. Andrew Nembhard getting the whole crowd in it. 21 by Nembhard. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, wow. So there were 3 points taken away from the Celtics during the last time out. So that's why instead of a 93-88 game, it's 93-85 right now. I thought so because once we jumped to the timeout, I definitely saw 85 on the scoreboard heading to the timeout. The free throw is good. 9-point lead here for the Pacers. 94-85 Celtics, and quite a bit of a scoring drought right now. Thanks so much for the sub here by Cruel Intentions. Thanks for joining in on the stream here. Celtics got to shake off this scoring drought. White lobs over to Brown. Outside Tatum takes the 3, and he missed another one off the rim. Jason Tatum really struggling from 3. The Celtics settling for way too many perimeter jumpers. Siakam at the low block. Pass off to the cutter. McConnell for a point-blank range. Couldn't finish. Wow, Celtics got lucky right there. Holiday outside Horford at the right corner. Brown elevates for the J, and he buries it. Bang, bang. Jaylen Brown makes another 3 from the right corner this time. 6-point game, 25 for Jaylen Brown. He started off just 3 for 10 from the floor. Ever since, he is 7 for 9, 50% from 3, 4 for 8 from the perimeter. Jason Tatum crawling back in his shell, looking like my tortoise sleeping at night. A jumper by Shepherd. Off the back rim, no good. Tipped up in the air. Horford collects the defensive rebound. Up the floor to White. Sends it out to the corner. Holiday slows it down into the hands to White. White looking to turn the corner. Drives on top and inside the paint. White's underneath White. Kick out to the corner. Holiday step back 3 in the air. Off the rim, no good. Tatum tips it up. Offensive rebound control by Tatum. Into the hands to Brown. 10 of the shot clock. Down by 6 for the Celtics. Looking to cut it right here, right now. Brown guarded by Turner. Crossover inside the key. Brown. Follow away. Tough shots. Off the back rim. No good. Tipped up as Siakam for the defensive rebound. Siakam up the floor. Euro step. Swings it outside. Nembhard with a 3. Off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. McConnell got clotheslined and he went down hard as he got contacted by Holiday. Incidental. Wow. Prayers here for TJ McConnell. Ouch. Got absolutely clothesline. I think it was by Holiday on the loose ball foul. Oh. Or was it Brown? Oh, it was Brown, actually. Brown. Yeah, Brown came in late. Holiday was right behind Brown. Yeah. I do not like how the head snapped back right there for McConnell. Yikes. So Brown tried to come up with a rebound, couldn't. And then slap to the face, incidental, as he tried to come up with that rebound. McConnell had it right in front of his face. He tried to haul it in. Ooh! Big right hand by Jaylen Brown right to the face of McConnell. The worst part about it is that when he fell down on his backside, the head snapped back. It's bad. That's not good. Prayers out to TJ McConnell right there. We're going to take the break. Going to the timeout right now. 7:17 left to go as TJ McConnell has to exit the game at the moment. Is he gonna head towards the bench or the locker room right now? That's what we're trying to see. If the cameras are gonna show it here. Yet to be seated on the bench just yet. I believe they're gonna take him to the locker room. Yeah, Jaylen Brown trying to go up for the rebound. Hard right hand by Brown directly to the face of McConnell. McConnell's going to the locker room. So McConnell's going to the locker room right now. He's being checked out. Ben, thanks so much for joining in. Appreciate it here for being a part of the stream. Fat Cat, welcome in. Yeah, they took away a 3 from the Celtics. Those 3 points, very, very costly. Especially this stage of the game, down by 6 instead of 3. Thoughts and prayers to that man. Just, he's been so key in this series for Indiana. Really, really solid player. So Jaylen Brown gets called in the personal foul. Took a heavy, heavy hand, McConnell, to his face. The worst part about it is his landing to the back and his head snapped. Yeah, this is no flagrant. And Indiana's wondering why it's no flagrant. By the way, McConnell just checked back in on the floor. Wow. This dude is tough as nails. TJ McConnell just checked back into the game after being evaluated for like a minute in the locker room. McConnell has the ball right now. Inbound goes to McConnell. He is back on the floor. McConnell got it back, lost it for a brief moment inside the key. His shot came off the rim. Short rebound control by Holiday. Up the floor, off the Brown. Brown dribbles out to the right corner, into the hands to Holiday. Down by 6 for the Celtics. Looking to cut it here. Holiday at the right wing perimeter, off to Horford, top of the key, into the hands to Tatum. 7 minutes left to go. Tatum settling for way too many threes. Tatum, 7 in the shot clock, fires a fastball inside the paint, wide open. Drew Holiday up off the glass, scores, good for 2. It's a 4-point game. Timeout taken to the floor by the Pacers. 94-90. Jason Tatum at the right elbow, guarded by Turner. Gets double. McConnell comes in for the double. Nobody on Drew Holiday. Miscommunication underneath the rim. And a wide open 2 as Tatum fires in a laser, a pass and a bullet right over to Holiday for the open buckets. It's been like this entire game. Easy, easy 2s. Ignore the 3s, take the 2s. That's what I'm telling the Celtics right now in the final 6:52 left to go in this game, because the Celtics are just burning the Pacers consistently in this game from 2. I'm just going to go to the rundown and see what their 2-point percentage is right now. It's going to be really good. They're only 12 for 39 from 3. 35 for 79 total from the floor. So that they've made it 25... They made 23 2s. So they've attempted 42s. They've attempted 39 3s. That's, you're going to need a better balance than that. That's half and half. Half and half. You need to do it in a split percentage that's more like 60 and 40 if you're the Celtics, for a team that loves to shoot the 3s. I like to see 60% 2s, 40% 3s. And right now they've attempted 42s and 39 3s. So that's almost half and half. So 39 attempted 2s, which they are 23 for 39. 58.9% from 2. But there's been a lot of uncontested 2s at the rim. Like miscommunication all over the place by Indiana in this game. I thought it would be up more towards like the upper 60s, but upper 50s for their 2-point shooting percentage. But the ones there's been so many easy 2s today for them. Like wide open buckets constantly. 25 points by Jaylen Brown. He is surging. He needs to be the one that is attempting these big time 3s. If there's a 3-point go-to guy, get it to Brown, because Tatum's been all over the place. Tatum's just 2 for 8 from 3. Brown's 4 for 8 right now from the perimeter. And after a slow start, he has found his way. Brown shot the ball 3 for 10. His first 10 shot attempts in the first half in the game ever since. He is now 7 for 10. From the floor, and his last 10 shot attempts for Jaylen Brown, shooting 10 for 20 total in the game right now. 25 by Brown, 21 by Tatum, 14 by Holiday, and then 13 by White. White has struggled once again from 3, just 1 for 7 from the perimeter for Derek White. If he's able to find a big bucket here from 3, then that changes the game. All the Celtics they need 2. I'm saying a lot more 2s. I like to see them with a lot more 2s, but if they're able to make 2 quick 3s coming up, then they're taking this game for Boston. Just like that, it's 96-94. And if those guys who's making those 3s are either White or Holiday, then they're in good hands. Or Horford. Horford's only 1 for 3 from 3. He hasn't attempted many shots tonight. One thing to watch out for is that pick and pop. If the Celtics are able to utilize that, where they have the screener, and then if probably Tatum as the ball handler, and then the person who set the screen pops back out to the perimeter, left wide open, takes the three and makes it. Indiana's done a much better job defensively on that today, but if they leave him wide open, then good chance they can knock him down out in the clear. A lot of the times, though, it's been wide open buckets at the rim just like that with a Holiday layup. So 6:52 left to go. Yeah, Indiana's playing the defense with their lives. Pacers had a 97% chance to win Game 1 with 10 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. They had a 94% chance with 2.5 minutes left to go in the fourth. By the way, Celtics trailed by 7 points with 2.5 minutes left, came back and won. They're only down by 4 here. 6:45 left to go. Nembhard, kick out to the corner into the hands to Toppin. We're back to action. Toppin on the floor, and Nesmith, Nembhard, Siakam, and Turner inside the key. Good, and the bucket by Aaron Nesmith. 96-95, and the floor looked like this for the Celtics. Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Derek White, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown. Their 5 starters are currently in the floor. Tatum, guarded by Nesmith, 12 in the shot clock. Tatum around the Horford screen. Horford at the left wing. Nesmith's there to guard him, though, in the pick and pop. Horford fires the pass. Mid-range jumper. Holiday rolls around the rim. No good. Good look. Couldn't send it down, though, by Drew. Rebound control by Indiana. Nembhard at the left baseline. Nembhard circles around the rim, floats the pass out to the right wing. Nesmith attacks on Brown. Jumper mid-range. Nesmith rolls around the ring of the rim, and it goes in for 2. Back-to-back buckets by Aaron Nesmith. Celtics got to get their minds back into this game. 5:50 left to go. Trailing by 8. They were down with 5 minutes left to go by the same margin in the last game as well on Saturday. Horford at the top, hand off to Brown. Horford pops off the screen. Brown's going to attack downhill to the rim, held up by Turner. Turner picks up the foul. That's now Miles Turner's 5th personal foul of this game. Foul trouble looks like this. 5 by Turner, 3 each between Jackson and Shepard right now. Celtics foul trouble. Tatum with 4. 3 by Holiday and Brown right now. 2 free throws by Jaylen Brown. Now, Horford popped out to the wing wide open. That was what I was talking about, the pick-and-pop offensive set that they run. That if Jaylen Brown was able to find out Horford, he had a wide-open 3 right there. But I love attacking and going to the lane and getting the 2s. And Jaylen Brown going to have to make both of these free throws, which he's going to have to earn it. He's had some issues today in this game making free throws. Just made the first one, though. Second free throw by Brown. It is up. It is good. Great sign to see. Those are 2 critical made free throws by Jaylen Brown. 5:35 left to go. Turner's got 5 personal fouls. He will stay in the game. Toppin at the right elbow. Sends it out on top over to Nembhard. Nembhard's guarded by Holiday 101. Nembhard at the top of the key. Lobs it off to Siakam. Working on Brown 101. Siakam at the top of the free throw circle here. 6 in the shot clock. Siakam jumper elevates for the J over Brown. Off the rim twice. No good. Rebound controlled by Tatum. Celtics down by 6 with possession. White at the right wing. Top of the key, Tatum. Tatum's guarded by Nesmith 101. Pick gets set by Horford. Tatum towards his left. Tatum at the left wing. 10 in the shot clock. Guarded by Turner 101. Here we go. Tatum crossover. Step back 3 in the air over Tatum. And he hits it. Jason Tatum, right down the middle, knocks down a 3 as he takes the Luka Doncic. Rudy Gobert goes dancing with Miles Turner style 3 at the left wing, and the Pacers cough up the basketball. Celtics with a steal. 4:40 left to go. White into the hands to Tatum at the top. Switched here, guarded by Nesmith. Pick gets set by White. Tatum at the left wing. Tatum called in the offensive foul. Jason Tatum picks up his 5th personal foul of the game, pushes off as he's shaking it at the official saying no. Jason Tatum with a hard right elbow, shoving off on Aaron Nesmith to create space. It will go back to the Pacers here with a possession. That's the 2nd time in this game Tatum is pushed off. Didn't need to do that. 98-95. Tatum now with 5 personal fouls. Nembhard at the top, guarded by Horford. Nembhard dribbles up. Jumper, elbow over Horford, and he hits it. Andrew Nembhard, once again for the 3rd straight game in a row, gets a J at the left elbow over Al Horford. Pick it up, that mismatch. This has got script written all over it for a Celtics comeback once again in a single-digit win, doesn't it? Feels like the last game, feels like game 1 all over again. Feels like that with an and 1. Drew Holiday, another critical and 1 with another 4 minutes left to go. Oh yeah, it feels like the last game all over again. And 1 City coming about approximately 2 minutes earlier than the last one, which took the lead by 1 in the last game, and we'll have a chance here to put this to a 2-point game. Drew Holiday. Championship level basketball by him. Reason why Brad Stevens went out and got him in the offseason. Thank you, Bucks. Thank you, Blazers. Tatum will take a seat right now on the bench with those 5 personal fouls. And McConnell comes back in. Turner will check out. Turner's got 5 as well. We'll check out of the game. 3:54 left to go. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. We got 2K out here watching the stream. Let's get that 2K hype here on the channel in the chat. 1 free throw by Drew Holiday. It's up. It is good as he nails down the free throw. 3:54 left to go. It's a 2-point game. Pacers with a possession. 100-98. Celtics 11 for 14 at the free throw line. Indiana 12 for 16. McConnell guarded by Brown at the right wing. Dribbles towards his left. Hand off to Nesmith. Nesmith guarded by Xavier Tillman. Number 26 who's on the floor with under 4 minutes left to go. Out to the block inside a key. Siakam floats up the shot. Got it to go. Good for 2. And Muzzola will take a timeout. 102-98. 3:32 left to go. In the fourth quarter, as Joe Muzzola birds one. Yeah, I'm not sure there about playing Xavier Tillman at this stage of the game. Unless you're... Tatum does have 5, but still, nobody has fallen out. So nobody has fallen out in this game. I'm not sure about that rotation with Xavier Tillman. He hasn't played much crunch time minutes with this team specifically throughout the season, acquired at the trade deadline. So he was part of the rotation there, the quick bucket inside the key by Siakam. 27 points by Jaylen Brown. Having a huge second half for JB. 24 points, 10 rebounds by Tatum. Tatum's only 3 for 9, though, from the perimeter tonight. 17 by Drew Holiday, a monster and 1 a few minutes ago. 13 by Derek White. Still need much more off the bench. Only 5 tonight between Hauser and Pritchard, as the Pacers bench is outnumbering the Celtics bench 34-10 right now in this game. Pacers led by Andrew Nembhard, playing one heck of a game. 24 points, 10 for 16 shooting, 10 assists, only 2 turnovers. 19 points now by Siakam with a floater inside the key. 15 off the bench by McConnell on 7 for 14 shooting. 14 by Nesmith. He's had a couple big buckets late for him in this quarter. And then 12 by Toppin. What a game. Multiple lead changes, multiple ties. And what a game here, folks. Jono, thanks for joining in here. I'm glad to have you guys back on the stream, being a part on the channel tonight. We got 2.5K watching right now as we come back from the timeout. Tatum is back on the floor with those 5 personal fouls. Got to be careful if you're Tatum. He's picked up 2 of those via pushing off offensive fouls tonight. Horford slides it off to Tatum. 5 in the shot clock. Tatum's guarded by Toppin. Tatum, dribble, drive, right down the lane inside, and he dunks it home with a 2-handed flush. It's a 2-point game. Driving, Jason Tatum attacks the rack with a dunk. Missed shot by Siakam from point-blank range. Horford comes up with a defensive rebound. Celtics with a chance to tie, chance to take the lead with a 3 right here. Holiday. 3 minutes left to go. Poke to the backcourt. Horford picks it up. Horford guarded by Nembhard. Hand off to Brown. Switched here at the right wing. Guarded by Nembhard. Brown 6 in the shot clock. Brown the crossover. Dribbles up. Off fake. Brown sneaks around. Floater. And he got it to go. It's good for 2 for Jaylen Brown, baby. What can Brown do for you? That was nasty. 102 as he snuck over one defender. Nesmith out to the right wing. McConnell. Celtics already winning 2 games in this series by single digits. Looking for a third. Looking for 10 full days of rest. Jumper. Baseline. McConnell. Wide open. No good. Oh, that's a big ew. Jason Tatum couldn't secure the defensive rebound. That shot directly back to McConnell. Kick to the corner. Intercepted by Horford with a steal. Celtics with a possession. 2:10 left to go. Drew Holiday looking for the game changer here. Looking to take the lead. Holiday dribbles, drives, right down the lane inside. Kick out to the corner. Tatum outside the white. Open 3. No good off the back rim. Offensive rebound control with a new 14 in the shot clock by Tatum. Minute 50 left to go. Top of the key. Switched here, guarded by Toppin. 5 of the shot clock. Tatum takes the 3 over Toppin. No good. Rattled out. Rebound secured by Indiana. McConnell up the floor finds Nembhard. Nembhard spun. Lost it. Turns it over. Brown with a steal inside the key. The Pacers are cracking under pressure right now with back-to-back turnovers. That has been the story of this series. Indiana minus 20 in turnovers in this series. Brown drives down the lane, missed the layup, no good. McConnell with a rebound. McConnell up the floor, minute 15 left to go. Outside Neesmith, we will have a timeout taken by Indiana. A lot of time going off the clock, holy smokes, as we are down to 1:09 left to go in the fourth quarter. Wow. Back-to-back steals by the Celtics, and the Celtics looking to steal game 4 to sweep tonight. What a game. Pacers with turnovers and turnovers and turnovers. That has been the story of this series, wrecking the Pacers. 102, 102, 109 left to go. If you guys are doing a stream, we got 3K watching right now. Smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow night covering T-Wolves against Mavs for Game 4. So if you'd like to come on board, feel free to be a part of this stream. Tonight, turnovers look like this. 14 turnovers by Indiana, 13 by the Celtics tonight in this game. Both of these teams playing sloppy. Both of these teams missing a bunch of shots. Man, the Celtics have had a lot of opportunities. Couldn't finish the rim a couple plays in a row. Boston's only 45% shooting. Indiana 47% shooting tonight. Celtics, they've made 15 threes twice in this series in 2 games. 16 threes in the last game. They only got 13 threes tonight. 1 3. 2 threes definitely would seal the deal. 1 3 could be the game changer to win this one, but you want to attack the rim. Keep on attacking if you're Boston. Jason Tatum's done that tonight from 3. He is settling, and he is breaking way too many shots. Just 3 for 10 from 3. Jaylen Brown's attacking. Jaylen Brown, 11 for 22 from the floor. 4 for 8 from three-point range. 29 points by Jaylen Brown. He started just 3 for 10 from the floor ever since. For Jaylen Brown, he has been 8 for 12 ever since from the floor shooting. What a finish here, folks. 102, 102. This series might finish how it started with an overtime game in Game 1. Pacers attack downhill to the rim, and Nembhard gets rejected by Jaylen Brown coming back from the timeout. Jaylen Brown with a monster block as he denies Andrew Nembhard. Celtics, if they make a 3 right here, gives them a 3-point cushion. That will be huge. Top of the key, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, 50% from 3. Dribbles up at the left wing. Jaylen drives. Kick out to the corner. White laces up the open 3, and he hits it. Bang, bang. Derek White knocks down the 3. It's a Celtics lead. 105, 102, 40 seconds left to go. Jaylen Brown with a big-time assist. 15-4 run by the Celtics in the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Pacers, no good, missed the 3. Big rebound ripped away by Tatum. Tatum at the baseline gets fouled by Aaron Neesmith with 29 seconds remaining. 1 timeout remaining for the Pacers, 2 timeouts remaining for the Celtics. Next time around, the Celtics will be in the bonus. What a game. Jason Tatum with a clutch rebound defensively. Celtics got closers on their team. Pacers struggling to close in this series. Could have been up 2-1. Instead, Celtics looking to close it out in Game 4 with a 3-point lead. 5-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Shot clock's down to 10. Game clock is down to 15, approaching the mark. Tatum at the top. He's guarded by Turner at the right wing. 1-3 would win it. Tatum takes it up in the air. Off the back rim, no good. Huge offensive rebound by Drew Holiday. And the clock expires. Championship basketball. The Boston Celtics are going to the NBA Finals, baby. Drew Holiday does it again. Championship identity. Offensive board, new 14. 5-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Nobody to follow for Indiana. Game over. Celtics sweep. 105-102. Boston does it again. What a game. The comeback kids close out in a 15-4 run, just like they did in the last game, going on a 13-2 run to close it out. Can't ever close out the Celtics. Drew freaking Holiday. Move out of my way. You the man, brother. You the man. playing with illness for the second straight game in a row. Deja vu all over again. And won by Holiday with 3 minutes left to go. Deja vu from Game 3. Drew Holiday with a clutch game sealer. Deja vu. Last time it was a steal. This time it's the offensive rebound with no time remaining. 4-zip Celtics. Wow. Jason Tatum with a 3. Would have been the dagger right there off the back rim. Indiana had 3 guys fail to box out altogether. And Drew Holiday soars up over 3 defenders. Comes up with the biggest offensive rebound of his career for Boston. And wins the game. It's over. Let's get the brooms out here in the chat here, folks. It's a Celtic sweep. What a series by Boston. 133-128 in overtime, 126-110 in the dominant Game 2 victory, 114-111 on Saturday in Game 3. They win by 3 in back-to-back games, 105-102 tonight. Even though they struggled to make their shots, they found a way. Somehow, some way, Celtics will take on the winner, the Dallas Mavericks versus Minnesota Timberwolves series. Boston wins their 23rd Eastern Conference Championship. And now, hashtag unfinished business, hashtag different here. Looking for banner number 18. The 2024 Eastern Conference Champions, the Boston Celtics. What a game. Jaylen Brown stepping up major in the second half. He shot the ball just 3 for 10 to begin in the first half at one point for Jaylen Brown. Steps up in a massive way, finishes 11 for 22 from the floor. 8 out of his last 12 shots he made by Jaylen Brown. Clutch in the second half. 29 by Jaylen Brown, 26 and 13 rebounds. 8 assists by Jason Tatum tonight, but Drew Holiday. 2 game-winning plays for him. I'll be back tomorrow night covering the Mavs against the T-Wolves at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Feel free to join in. The Boston Celtics will have 10 full days of rest. How sweet does that sound? If you're the Boston Celtics, all the mistakes you made in the past, playing in deep series matchups against the Hawks, against the Sixers, against the Bucks, and playing deep series matchups against a lot of the teams in the past, and then by the time they got to the NBA Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals, it was just too much and they were cooked. This year is just different. The Boston Celtics, so far in the playoffs, have won 12 games. They've only lost 2 right now out of the 14 total that they've played, winning in 5, 5, and 4. What a series here by the Boston Celtics. This team is just different from years past. This could easily be Pacers leading the series 3-1, entering a single game elimination for Boston in a game 6 in the series. That's what it could look like. But no, this Celtics team totally different right now. They won 3 games by single digits, 1 in overtime. The other 2 by 3 points by 1 possession for the team that was 6-7 this year in 1 possession games. They're going to get the Dallas Mavericks, barring a miracle choke job in that series. And the Dallas Mavericks, crazy that they have won 3 games, their first 3, by single digits and comeback wins in each of the 3. Just wow. This Celtics team is absolutely different. Going to have one heck of a series if it is Boston and Dallas for sure. Boston took game 1, 133-128 in overtime, a game that the Pacers should have had. They had a 97% chance of winning it with 5 seconds left to go, and then Jaylen Brown knocked down the corner 3 to tie it up, force overtime, and then Jason Tatum was clutch in that game, took over to win the game in OT in Game 1, 133-128. Game 2, the Celtics were dominant, the only victory that was decided by double digits in the series, 126-110 Boston. Game 3, the one that my girlfriend was on Saturday, Boston came back down by 18, and they won 114-111, and then tonight, the Celtics, once again, they trailed as many by 9 points. They came back and they won. 105-102, the final score. This Celtics run Brad Stevens needs all the credit in the world for the Celtics run. Thank you, Drew Holiday. Thank you, the Milwaukee Bucks. Thank you, the Portland Trail Blazers. 5 days before the start of the Celtics preseason, Drew Holiday was traded on October the 1st from Milwaukee to Portland, and then Brad Stevens immediately jumped on board, sent Robert Williams III and Malcolm Brogdon over to Portland in exchange for Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday in Game 3, game-winning steal, pickpockets Nembhard. Drew Holiday tonight, game-winning offensive rebound with less than 5 seconds left to go, dribbles out the clock, seals the deal, 4-0 Boston. Incredible. Cedric Maxwell, two-time NBA champion for the Boston Celtics, about to give the Boston Celtics its Eastern Conference Finals trophy. Boston, 23rd Eastern Conference championship in franchise history, and on search for banner 18. Yes, I think Joe Mazzulla, definitely this series, coaching his team and making sure that his guys do not lay down. Just absolutely awesome. Double holiday indeed. It was Memorial Day today. And Drew Holiday is just outstanding. 4th NBA Finals appearance as the Celtics governor for Wyc Grousbeck. Talking right now into the mic. Going to hang on a little bit here for the postgame. Currently as they get the presentation of the Eastern Conference Finals Award. But wow, just absolute heart by the Celtics team up. Game changer with Drew Holiday. Just comes into this team and completely changes them. And you got guys flying around contesting shot after shot after shot like Derek White and stuff like that. That trade was key a couple of years ago, traded from the Spurs over to the Celtics. And every single move in Brad we trust has just been incredible, what he has done. When he stepped down as the Celtics head coach, we can understand why. And definitely we put the puzzle piece together that Brad Stevens right now, he's in the background right now smiling. He was a tremendous head coach in the first place, but an even better president and executive of basketball operations, just from the top bottom, knows how to construct the proper team from the top bottom for Brad Stevens. Joe Mazzulla is celebrated by his teammates here, and what a difference a year makes. Last year, no rookie coaches ever made it to the NBA Finals, and that stayed true. No team ever came back down 0-3 to win an NBA playoff series. They're now 0-155 all time, I believe. When the Celtics lost, they were 0-151 last year to the Heat when they trailed down 0-3 and forced the Game 7 but couldn't win in Game 7 last year. But what a difference we make. What a difference a year makes. May 29th, 2023, I was sitting in my living room covering Game 7, referencing how this is just so sad, so sad. But in that video I termed, keep your heads up, Celtics Nation, banner 18 is going to be really soon. And once the Dallas Mavericks win the Western Conference Finals, if they do, I got a good video for you guys, about a minute with a flashback that I'm going to release as soon as the Dallas Mavericks win the Western Conference Finals. That video will be uploaded to a good flashback here on the channel from that crushing Game 7 loss from last year, but the positive takeaway at the very end of that game that I made about that to Celtics Nation. Keep your heads up, and they rolled with the punches here for Boston. This team just looks incredibly different. There's been multiple games this year that the Celtics have been leading in a range between 4 to 8 points with 8 minutes left to go. They close out, they shut the door, they win the games, and they've won 3 come-from-behind games in this series by single digits, 1 possession or overtime games. Jaylen Brown, you the man, the game-tying shot at 117 to force overtime in Game 1. Jaylen Brown with a 40-piece in Game 2. Well-deserved, averaged 29.8 points per game in the Eastern Conference Finals. Jaylen Brown, well-deserved for him, receives the trophy for Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Just awesome right there. You the man, JB, you the man. Unfinished business for the Celtics. 4 more for Boston. Going to take on a winner of Dallas versus Minnesota. Most likely Dallas. The Boston Celtics winning in a sweep benefits by getting 4 days of rest and the hope that Kristaps Porzingis will be healthy for Game 1 of the series, as there's a lot of optimism that he will be ready for Game 1 of the series against most likely the Dallas Mavericks or the Minnesota Timberwolves. If Minnesota is able to win 4 in a row, that would be, but it's going to be Dallas, most likely, barring a miracle comeback by Minnesota in that series. Jaylen Brown, incredible. Jason Tatum actually averaged a point higher than Jaylen Brown in the series. He averaged 30.3 points per game. Jason Tatum, he finished with 26. Brown had 29 tonight. Tatum had an excellent game on Saturday for him that took his team to victory. Al Horford, he was great in the last game. He had 7 made threes in the last game, but credit out to Jrue Holiday, just championship level plays. He had 28 in Game 1 for Jrue Holiday. A couple of games that he scored in the teens numbers for Jrue Holiday. Not really like huge numbers for him, but when the game mattered the most, clutch play here, clutch play there, in the final seconds to seal both the previous 2 games in a row to win in a sweep. In this series here for Jrue Holiday. Derek White, he had 4 blocks in the last game for him. Tonight, finished with 3 blocks. Just been a monster, blocking shots, flying everywhere, contesting shots. What Derek White did tonight was awesome. Even though he shot just 2 for 9 from 3, he had 5 steals and 3 blocks for Derek White. Just sensational. Just such an underrated defender, what he does out there. And these guys just... That's the starting 5, and then you're going to have Horford come, probably go back to the bench for the finals with Porzingis back in the lineup. Optimistic that the Celtics are going to have him back for Game 1. They get him 10 full days of rest, as the NBA Finals do not start until Thursday, June 6th. We're only on Monday, May 22nd. Or 27th. The NBA Finals do not start until Thursday, June 6th. So we got a week and a half, 10 days of rest for Boston until the NBA Finals. Incredible. Absolutely incredible for the Boston Celtics. Just a totally different team this year. This team just playing with a chip on their shoulder, keeping the faith. Everybody has bought in. Plus, they're going to have Porzingis, who knows more about the Mavericks than any other player on their team. Going to give them all the intel on how to defend Luka, and knows a lot about those guys in Dallas. Used to play for Dallas a couple of years ago for Porzingis. And that's what you need, because you're going to need definitely rim protection against the Dallas Mavericks in that series. You got 2 guys who catch lobs, throw down slam dunks. That's the style that they love to play. Luka throwing lobs over the top to Derek Lively II, who is doubtful tomorrow night. Big loss for Dallas. And Daniel Gafford, who is excellent tonight. He had a game-sealing alley-oop jam last night for Dallas. I'll be back on the call tomorrow night for Dallas versus Minnesota, game number 4. Celtics hoping that series is able to be stretched by Minnesota so they can get some more film and intel on Dallas and watch those games and get their rest, while Dallas plays a couple more games and receives less rest and has to do less days of prep compared to the Celtics. But wow, just incredible. Celtics looking for banner 18. The chase continues. Boston, so far, 12 victories, just 2 total losses out of the 14 total games in this playoffs. Just incredible this year for the Celtics, what they've done as we wrap up here. Thanks so much, y'all, for joining in. I'll be back tomorrow night. Feel free to join in for T-Wolves against Mavs, 8:30 p.m. for game number 4. It's a elimination game tomorrow night, as Dallas with a chance to close out the series up 3-0 against Minnesota. Minnesota, after losing all 3 games by single digits, all 3 games they certainly could have won. They allowed Dallas to steal all 3, looking to get on the board tomorrow night and pick up their first victory in the series. If that does happen, it's because of Karl-Anthony Towns, and that series had a much, much better game than the previous 3. But we're going to wrap up here. What a series. 105-102. Deja vu all over again from the last game. Jrue Holiday, clutch game-sealing offensive rebound, and 1 to draw his team win in 2. And the Celtics trail by 8 with around 5 minutes left to go. They came back and won. Similar scenario to the last game as well. Basically all over again here with Boston with the comebacks. 3 comeback wins in this series for the Celtics. Looking different here, using the hashtag for Boston Celtics Nation this year. Celtics 105, Celtics 102. We're going to close out to the channel members. There we go, as we get it on the membership slide here before we get in onto the final slide. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Warren, Rajip, I Am Ghost, David, Asia, Paul, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Jeffrey, Vegas, Barco, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Daniel, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario, Greedo, Tristan, Chuck, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin, Melinda, Jack City, Shalimar, Iceberg Slim 38, Matthew M. Stone, Miles, Davis, and Kevin. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream. The Boston Celtics win in a sweep, 4-0 over Pacers. 3 of those games were decided by single-digit points. Game 1 went into overtime. Games 3 and 4 were decided by 3-point victories tonight. A 105-102 win by the Celtics here. Thanks so much all for joining in. I'll be back tomorrow night for T-Wolves versus Mavs for Game 4. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night here, everybody. Boston wins in 4 over Indiana. Signing off here.